I may be an absolute mess and completely lost track of all sense of time and day and so on.
Well, welcome. It's Monday.
So what else is new?
You're a wizard, Harry.
It's time.
What is going on?
It's a soundboard.
Fucking weird ass soundboards.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh, I actually have a pretty good soundboard.
I'm sorry, all of my soundboards are just Kung Pao references, so that's it.
Oh, we know.
Prepare the long rubber glove.
I literally said that to Sav today. I was like, now this is pod racing. I was shortly... What was that in reference to? I don't remember. It's still funny.
I just found out the other day that kid is actually... He's in treatment finally for stuff, and apparently he's doing pretty good there.
Oh, good.
So that's nice.
That's good news.
Yeah. I hope he gets all of the therapy. Poor kid.
Yeah.
Which kid? I came in late.
just sneak in through the side door, Grabella. Nobody saw you. Take a seat at your desk.
You could have just gotten past it. We already gave Kozlo shit. So, you could have just gotten skated on right on by.
I was just in some intense RP, and then people forgot what time it was, and I was like, "Yeah, I keep telling you that I have to go."
I mean,
I was 3 minutes late. 3 minutes. That's not even a pink slip.
No, it's not even a flick slate yet.
Oh, well, I mean, Flix is like... So, you know.
It's true. It's 15 minutes later, 2 hours later. Walt is in the door. Hey, guys, what's going on? Are there any...
Flix went out for smokes 7 months ago and never came back. That's how
true.
late Flix is.
Yeah, Flix is going to show up 3 or 4 months later. I don't know how many months
We did his entire character backstory arc without him.
I know! I had it
he
ready.
was the one
that, throw that out.
That Raven's Blood was dating, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot about that.
We literally got to the culmination of his character backstory arc, and he disappeared.
And I'm like, what do I do with this content? Well, maybe I'll reskin it as pirates and launch it in World of Warcraft as a battle royale. Thunderstorm.
Which is actually really fun once you get over how incredibly janky it is.
Yeah. I'm renowned 21. I'm getting there. I'm gonna do the 40 grind. Pretty good. Pretty fun.
You do it in duos, the 40 grind takes an afternoon. Duos get so much more.
I've been doing duos and it goes, but it's definitely gonna take me more than one afternoon. I sit down for 3 hours and I ground out 11 levels, and I think if I do that just in a few different chunks, I'll be good.
Yeah, you got time.
I want the pirate coat. It looks fucking red.
Yeah.
All right, roundtable discussion. How's your week been, Wangdoodle? Tell me something interesting.
What a great start. No, we just had a meltdown at work today. So that was pretty much, that's been the forefront of my attention since 14 hours ago.
Oh, that's shitty. I'm sorry. So that's the reason for the hard stop today?
Yeah. Well, that and other business decisions, like people not wanting to spend money to do proper security and safety updates, and now they're being yelled at for not doing it, so now they gotta spend the money and do it.
Oh, classic.
You are the problem, not me.
It's fine. It's just corporations doing corporate things. That's all.
That's how it do.
Yes.
How it do. Let's go to C-Swab. How's been your corporate living?
Terrible.
Equally awful. Enlighten us. Give us at least one good thing, not necessarily work-related, that happened to you last week. It can be crumble cookies.
No, their flavors were trash this week.
Bro, the carrot cake looked really good.
Carrot cake is gross.
What? You just don't like carrot cake in general?
No.
Okay, that's fair. If you do like carrot cake, though, they have like a carrot cake cookie. It's like carrot cake on the bottom, then frosting, and then like another layer of carrot cake, and then frosting. It's like a tiny cake. I'm gonna try it this week because I'm not afraid of carrot cake. Not even the the strawberry pretzel.
No, I've had a bad experience with candied pretzels.
Okay, that's fair, man. You just got traumatized this week. It's not a good cookie week for you. They could have just added Biscoff and completed the trifecta. Because we all know you love Biscoff. By the way, you guys, I need to tell you that C-Swab sent me the best backstory for all the NPCs related to his character.
Nice.
It was so good. Like multiple characters. I got into Forge immediately and I started like making the characters up and like putting in the backstories and giving them stats. It was great. Thank you for that.
Oh.
Rain, how's your week been?
We regrouted our master bathroom. That was fun.
Adulting.
Did some, paint touch-ups in places. Yeah, gotta make the house presentable for appraisers, for home equity loans, and adult.
Equity.
Yeah.
Property. Mortgage.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. I also did some gardening this week for the same reason. Had some plants that were not doing so good, and then I replanted them for the spring.
Oh yeah, one of our sunflowers, because we have to cut our sunflowers back we have a big sunflower bush, a couple of them, and we cut them all back at the start of the year, and then they just grow back. But one of them grew back, and then all of the flowers, or all of the leaves died, so that's unsettling.
Oh no.
I had an aloe plant that apparently had a baby, but because it's
Had a baby?
Yeah, it has a little baby underneath it.
Dude,
but
my aloe plants are making so many babies! Holy shit!
yeah, it's its first baby. I got it 6 months into moving here, I think. It was a plant I bought because I was stressed out.
Well, they're easy to take care of.
Yeah, well, because it's been raining so much though, and I don't step outside to check it every day. Its pot was super full, so it was hopefully it will not rot. We will see.
Yeah, my pot, my aloe, he was getting a little root bound, and so I put him in some nice silty, dry soil, and I'm crossing my fingers he will survive. Because he was removed from his place initially because he got root rot because we had a bunch of rain, and then it just kind of sat in where he was sitting, and then the roots got all rotted out, so it's the worst, especially in the desert. So I have to dig around all my plants to make sure there's no puddles, because they just essentially dug a bucket-sized hole for the plants to be in, and they just need way more room than that.
Yeah, I've had to transfer that twice now. So now that I've seen it's had a baby, I may have to move that to a different container.
I'll show you a picture of my father and mother aloes and the spawn that are currently growing all over my yard. Kozlo,
Wonderful.
is your streamathon over yet?
No.
No,
Is it ever gonna be over?
I don't.
I do.
We're there's plans to maybe attempt to figure that out at some point.
Yeah, there.
Nothing.
I will probably eventually just straight up cap it. But for now, we're taking a temporary break for D&D. But I'm on day 37, and there's another 10 days on the timer still.
Whoa!
Of my 5-day streamathon.
And we went To Vegas this weekend for a wedding. It was outside Vegas.
Oh, nice.
why we didn't hit anybody up is because we were literally like going in for the wedding and then leaving. So. Because we had Flufferkins with us because he needs his heart meds.
It was one of those cases where we could have been like we thought about, hey, we're gonna be in Vegas this weekend, but like the rest of that sentence would have been, but we have 0 time to spend hanging out. So just letting you know we're nearby, but not going to hang out with you would have been weird.
I would have been like, thumbs up, dude. Enjoy the wedding.
Thanks.
Weather was kind of like shitty though. Hope you didn't get hailed on.
We managed to miss that. Just got a lot of wind, but it definitely was raining a lot when we traveled from here, and then on the way back, like the passes between the mountains are definitely super rainy.
Yeah, been pretty chill the past like few days. We've had a couple days of like pretty nice, but it's just going back and forth. I'm just waiting for it to even out. Lots of sunlight. My aloe plant needs sun. My yucca needs sun. Please. Well, I'm glad everybody had a very exciting week. Sorry, some of your weeks were not as good, but hopefully we'll make it better with some D&D. You guys ready?
Yes.
All right. We will not have Bonsai tonight because of Rat. So he will be out today. He is consumed by the corporation, while I still have a tenuous grasp on U5. Tenuous, at best.
Before Arctis becomes a lethal company streamathon.
It's day 45 of the Arctis-thon. Oh, God, I can't roleplay anymore. Who am I?
You're a great asset to the company.
Great asset to the company.
Where's my pizza party? Well, that's what's going to happen in this episode today. Because previously on Arctis, Kamos/Ascended is now 1. I haven't figured out a good name for the superhero group so far. It can't be the Audacity. It can't be the Avengers. That's trademarked.
Why can't it be the Audacity? I feel like the perfect blend of Ascended and Kamos is just Audacity.
I feel like I need permission to say, oh, okay, well, Grabella, Kozlo, and Seaswap are now a part of the Audacity, but if that's what you want to go with, I'm totally down.
Rain just is the de facto owner of the fucking ship. I mean, who's left to give permission?
Fair. Fair.
We own this shit now. Kozlo, get a fucking captain's hat. Get up here on the helm. Let's go.
Oh boy,
I'm the captain! Look at
Grabella,
me,
make
I'm the
it
captain
sail.
now!
I know where we get some captain hats.
I mean, his one of his other goblins was a captain, so this works. Just bring in Gizmo.
Yeah, that was Gizmo Greenfinger.
Yeah, just bring in one of your cousins. It won't be awkward. Play 2 people with the same voice.
You know what would be amazing, and I feel like I'm a little sad that we didn't get to have this in Kamos, is like Kozlo dying, and then he just comes back with different Greenfinger cousins that all sound the exact same and all look the exact same as Kozlo.
Oh, yes.
That
has always been the plan for
that.
Amazing.
I was going to play one of the. I was going to play Gizmo's stepsister, so we could make inappropriate jokes about step sibling things.
Stepsister, I'm stuck! Help!
No, I'm stuck.
Oh god, we're both stuck!
Why do we keep making these goblin-sized portholes? All right, everybody. Previously on Arctis, the Audacity? Both teams have finally met up together in mutual party-ship as the coronation of King Eris Lunesti and Queen Rain Silversong is now happening in Maginox. And as most coronations happen, they have a very specific order of ceremonies, which was not discussed or rehearsed with anyone prior to the session. And so Rain and Eris going blind into a royal ceremony was dragged from place to place, greeting nobles and, kissing babies all the while. The first part of the coronation was in the Lunesti Manor itself, were the initial noble houses of Maginox, all greeted both Eris and Rain, and the rest of the Merchants Guild was there to observe. And as you walked out of the manor, you all discovered a massive crowd outside, all cheering about the coronation. It seemed like the city was in dire need of some... hold on, I have a large cat trying to jump in my lap. Hey! I'm narrating. Do you mind?
Chunky boy.
Chunky narrating. Come here. Are you helping? No. Okay. As you all stepped outside the Lunesti Manor to a bunch of cheering Maginox citizens, you all realized that the city was long overdue for some jubilance, and everyone was very eager to get their party on. The cart that was prepared for you, the nice royal carriage that was prepared for you all, was pulled by no other than Wangdoodle's mother, Siksik, the now realized white dragon. And you would think she would be far beyond pulling a simple carriage for royalty, but it was as much of a display of power for Siksik as it was for Rain and Eris. And it seemed to delight the townsfolk. As you all were dragged from place to place, the second part of the ceremony brought you to the Somniari ritual site, where the night and the moon were closest to the world tree Tapio, a single root protruding through the plains. And under this blessed moonlight, Elitha Dreamwalker, the moon sage, blessed the foreheads of the future king and queen with liquid moonlight, allowing Rain to access the dream spell at will. With the second part of the sacred ritual observed under the moonlight over, appeasing the Somniari, you all moved to the Maginox streets, where both unfamiliar and familiar faces greeted the happy procession. As Siksik pulled the carriage through the streets, both people from Borealis and Maginox were gathered together under a common banner. And there, Elitha Dreamwalker and the Dusk Child Roxy, the new leader of the Church of Eternal Night, gave Rain and Eris the silver crowns that sat upon their forehead, the most exciting part of the ceremony to most of the Maginox citizens. And with a couple of quick and awkward speeches from the two of them, including one from Roxy herself, completely ad-libbing, you moved on to the next part of the ceremony. Going back through the streets with Siksik and everyone towing you along in the carriage, you return to House Lunesti for the formal oaths from the various houses of Maginox. From the vampires and the were-creatures, Catherine Ravensblood swore an oath of loyalty to the new king and queen. The representative from the spiritual world, the Umbrellans, Lena Umbrellas, too swore an oath of loyalty. And even the visitor from the southern lands of Xavia, oh my god, I just blanked out on Lucia. I was like, I blanked out on her name. The emissary from the southern lands, Lucia, flanked by Kire, a fellow friend of Rain's, was also a little bit less than eager to pledge her fealty to Rain, but she knew that in the grand scheme of all the houses, she detected no demonic influence or presence throughout Maginox, and thus declared Rain's new royal ascendance legit, and that someday Rain was now allowed to return to the southern lands free of her exile. With that out of the way, the remaining houses, even Laryl Hamaki, pledged their begrudging loyalty to Rain and Eris, and now House Hamaki was being used as a place to house some of the Vaki refugees that were now coming up through the ground itself, escaping the sweltering heat now that they potentially didn't have the protections of Novus, their bond broken. with some of your Vaki friends returning down below to hopefully lead the Vaki up to Maginox and not have the Magmarans trail behind them. It seemed like there was going to be a lot of things for you all to do in between now and then, and leaving the city currently, potentially, being overrun by Vaki refugees may not be a good idea. But the royal procession is not over, and you still have some after-party to do. Kozlo, your den has been used as the main party hangout for the people in Maginox streets. Tourists from Borealis, Feronia, Maginox, all over, are now flocking into Kozlo's den, as it is the official site, as everything else on the streets is closed. Business is good, and there is a fat till waiting for you in Kozlo's den, full of gold from all of the work that you've done. Let's see. A lot of the after-party goings-on that aren't in the Maginox streets are going on in Zestgob's Goblins. And Rain, you know that some familiar faces have come in from Borealis, namely the Kettleblacks, famous goblin chefs from afar. You might even find one there at Zestgob's Goblins, or even at Kozlo's Den. You had given your friends at Kozlo's Den a little bit of money to hire a professional chef, hopefully to help grill Nick a little bit. It might be good to see just how that is going. But with the post-coronation festivities currently at their apex, it is up to you what you want to do from here. You can sit in House Lunesti and mope with the nobles, or you can go have some fun around the city. It's entirely up to you. We will start today back in House Lunesti. The stuffy nobles have more or less exited the main royal chamber, leaving Rain, Eris, Wangdoodle, Grabella, Kozlo, Seaswab, and Bonsai somewhat alone for the first time in many, many hours. One moment, please.
Rain is still a little bit like, I'm sorry, who the hell are these people?
Slumped on his throne, now King Eris looks exhausted, and you didn't think that could happen to a Dhampir. Kire is currently looking after Lucia, who walked out the doors, and she breathes a heavy sigh of relief. Thanking her stars that Lucia approved of Rain's ascendancy, and now the drama from the Southern Lands is over. Rain, Grabella, Seaswab, Kozlo, and Wangdoodle. What do you do?
Alright, are we officially done with all the, politicking and the grandstanding and stuff?
Oh, no, probably never, Wangdoodle.
Are we finished for, tonight at least?
No, probably not either, no. But, for right this moment, sure.
As much as I would love for that to be the case, Wangdoodle, I have not been politic-free for a long time. It hurts my head.
Well, hopefully, Eris says from his throne, we might be done with at least the official coronation proceedings for today, and my job and Rain's official jobs have concluded. So, I suppose you could do what you like. You could spend a quiet night here, amongst a bunch of potentially stuffy Somniari, already trying to butter you up due to your new status, or you could escape to town. I promise I won't tell anyone.
Well, being liberally lubricated by a bunch of people trying to sweeten me up does sound tempting. I'd rather finish tonight with either, a party or like a bomb range.
Do you think those really attractive tall goblins ever turned up at the bar?
I think if you tell them that the queen's arriving, that might actually make it important. They'll show up.
Oh yes, that's exactly what you should do. You should tell everyone the queen's going to a dive bar on the night of the coronation.
It's an up-class establishment, kind of.
Rain gives you a really hard look. Like, is it though?
Kozlo seems more proud of his statement than aware that Rain is actually talking down to him.
We do got a little back room and some other areas we can go to talk.
Oh, private rooms. Wait,
Yeah.
What kind of private rooms are we talking about? Like private rooms or private rooms? Or
Yes.
private rooms?
Wait,
Whoa.
what?
Grabella will look at everyone confused.
I think this is talk. I don't think it means bed for the night, private rooms. I think it means by the
Is the
hour,
furniture
private
all
room.
covered in plastic?
No, it's just where we have meetings.
Oh, okay, that seems fine then.
Wait,
What kind of
Kozlo, are you
meeting?
doing other things in there?
Eh?
Never mind.
I did take a nap in Dreon's fur in there once.
That's weird.
He got a furminator.
That's a service you offer? You know what? He's mentioned that before. He asked if that was something that the servants on the Audacity could do for him.
That sounds about right.
Well, anyway. So, if we were to talk business, I would love very much not to do it here while that Lucia woman is still prowling around.
Well, hopefully, sister. I may, just a brief moment.
Will you murder her for me? Oh, please, Kira. That's all I've wanted you to say this whole time.
Ah, sadly, no murder, but I have something possibly just as good. I do need to escort her back home safely. And very soon.
Did you say no murder?
No murder. Lucia has a very important duty, as much as she is unlikable, rude, snobbish, and a host of other things. But she is important to House Crichton, and if they want to view your ascension as legitimate, we have to play along. It's going to be a long boat ride.
Alright, so no murder. That's fine. However,
No
she
murder.
still needs time to pack, so perhaps this bar of yours, Kozlo.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go hit up the VIP room. I don't really ever rent it out, so it's probably empty anyway.
You have a VIP room that you never rent out. It seems like you're just leaving money on the table.
No, I leave it in the till.
I appreciate that this is this episode is just going to immediately devolve Ascended's politics into Naked Gun Police Academy type fucking humor.
Surely you don't mean that, Rain. I do. Don't call me Shirley.
Ascended has real problems, and Comus is just whatever.
I'm going to
Excuse
ma-
me, sir. I speak Goblin.
Oh my god.
I'm going to make
Yeah.
sure Lucia doesn't poke her head anywhere where it doesn't belong. Still. And to make sure she gets to her boat okay. Still. So if you don't see me for a bit, sister, it's been good to see you. And congratulations.
Rain, fully, embraces Kira. It's been wonderful to see you as well. Please have a safe trip back.
Oh, we will. Hopefully. The
And
waters have
Cecily
been...
and I'm a little bit mad at her that she missed my coronation.
I will. In the nicest way possible.
Well, she was able to come and discuss it with Eris before anybody discussed it with me, so surely she could make the trip.
He clears his throat awkwardly. I didn't do anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Kitty
All
leaves.
right, booze. Dive bar. VIP lounge?
Yeah.
Ferminator? Does anybody need a Ferminator?
I don't know. But, after your majesty.
Oh, no, please.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, god damn it. I'm sorry about him.
She'll look at Ray.
Never waste an open door.
Well, I
What
guess
does that
it's...
even mean?
I don't mind
You may as
bringing
well
up...
go through the door now, Grabella. Everyone else has.
No, I insist.
Okay, we're going to
These
make it
stairs
extra
lead
awkward.
downstairs.
Raid turns around. Eris,
Mhm.
don't be a shut-in tonight, please.
A bit on my mind, but I insist that you go have a little bit of fun, and it's important for you to catch up with, well, people who've had their feet on the ground. You've been running around quite a bit, and you could stand to catch up on at least the pulse of the city.
All right. Callie, don't let him stay in the throne room all night, please.
Do you want me to drag him out if he mopes here
Yes.
for too long? What, 2 hours,
Yes.
3 hours?
I order you to drag him out and go have some fun.
Yes,
Love
Your
you,
Highness.
dear.
You as well, dear?
The queen's edict to go touch grass.
Yes.
You heard her, Eris. No moping. Ugh.
Just shuts the door and lets him mope a little. As a treat.
a little moping is a treat. One moment, please. Oop, I clicked on the wrong thing.
So Rain still has Crown of Stars up, and I think we're gonna own it and kind of just do the bachelorette party nonsense where we're just really obnoxious and loud
Yes.
as we go to the club. Does everybody have their penis necklaces that double as straws?
What?
Oh, I've got 5.
Can I get a boob one?
Of course you do, Jenny.
As we move downstairs to the main chamber, it's true, most of the nobles have cleared out, leaving you with a relatively empty foyer. A goblin scullery maid is cleaning up after the residents.
You should totally go have some fun tonight. You don't need to clean that shit up.
Oh! Yes, ma'am! Oop, I put Rain in combat, my bad.
Oh shit.
Now she bites.
Really go home tonight.
Oh, have fun or else.
Get the fuck out.
Fun or die. Yes, Your Highness.
Go have fun, that's an order.
Here,
Or
let
whatever.
me get the door for you, Your Highness.
It's really not necessary, but thank you so much.
You may just have to get used to that, Rain.
It doesn't mean I can't complain about it everywhere we go.
My Lord
That's
Swab.
fair. Kozlo, you coming?
My Lady Grabella. My Lord Wangdoodle.
I can't have you call me that. Just Wangdoodle is fine.
Yeah, you can just call me Grabella.
Scratches her head awkwardly.
Yes, my Lady Grabella. My Lord Wangdoodle.
We're both not
well,
wearing
we-
her face
we
mask
kinda
anymore. It's
get
like her actual face again, right?
Yes.
Well, we tried.
And, you know, learning curves. Sometimes they start kind of flat.
But there's
One
so
of the
many doors.
Ravenfolk guards look at you, Rain, as you exit. Your Highness, leaving so soon?
Yep, we're gonna go have some fun.
Shall we send a raven after you?
Oh, please don't. Completely unnecessary.
Don't we have one by our place anyway?
Yes, Milady Grabella. Yes, there's a raven posted on watch outside of Kozlo's den.
We'll make sure she's okay, and if not, he will be the first to know.
She gives him a thumbs up.
I'm confident I will be very fine. Thank you, everyone, for your concern.
Look, we just gotta make him feel alright so you can go have some fun, okay?
Don't let anybody hurt Eris while I'm gone.
Yes, ma'am.
You want me to leave some ordnance as protection? You know, like, just double down on that security?
I've already left plenty of ordnance behind, Wangdoodle. There is an archmage in there that serves as my handmaiden that will be more than capable of dealing with anything that gets too close.
All right. I mean, you also got the ship. That broadside's pretty effective.
I don't think we want to level the house. We did just build it. Rebuild it.
Rebuild it.
Oh, you have a boat? That sounds amazing.
It's not really a boat. It's, it's an airship.
Oh. That's even cooler.
Yeah, Wangdoodle actually just installed a dragon skull onto the front as like a... whatever those things are that you call that go on the front of ships, but it also shoots disintegration rays.
Figurehead, I think is what you're thinking of.
There you go. But also it shoots a disintegration ray.
It's not an actual dragon skull, right?
No, it is actually a dragon skull.
And
It's a
I
little
can't
bit
take
somber.
credit from making the disintegrate thing happen. It already kind of did that. Or at least
It's
I
true.
hope so. I didn't
did.
install that.
To be fair, we
Rebellious.
didn't kill the dragon to take the skull. It was already a thing that existed that we liberated from House Vicadus when we murdered Victoria.
Fair.
Grabella, I find sometimes it's just better to not ask questions. We're just gonna go with the information we're given.
Oh dear.
Is there something wrong? I don't understand.
It's fine.
You do notice that there is like a prismatic, like dragon scale mounted on a bangle that Rain does have on her arm.
Grabella is awkward.
Grabella, make me an Arcana check. It can also be nature, but with disadvantage.
Well, nature's the best I got, but
Ooh.
That's
Rain,
pretty good, actually.
that is pretty good. Rain is correct. That is a small scale, presumably from the underbelly of a prismatic dragon. Why it is there, and what powers it is gaining Rain, you do not know.
Okay. We should go inside.
It's fine. It's fine. We're just gonna go with the information.
Who parked their giant scorpion here?
Oh, it's me!
That's Kozlo's.
Kozlo walks up to it and just kind of like taps on it so it makes like a noise.
The tail suddenly goes fully erect, and the claws clank a little bit together. Clink, 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 clink.
I think it's excited to see me.
Hasn't seen you in a bit.
Have more of those, but we don't have the right rocks to put in it.
At some
you
point,
need
we
rocks?
gotta figure out what we're doing with that pyramid thing in the docks.
Oh, that's your pyramid.
Yeah.
You're fascinating.
Well,
It's kind of Asriel's pyramid, but like.
Larynx made it. Azrael became important to it, and then we have stuff in there.
What kind of
Sounds
stuff
wildly
you keep in the
complicated. What rocks do you need to power it?
That's a Kozlo question.
I forget what color.
Is it Borean shards? It's not
Yeah,
Borean shards.
it is Borean shards. It's green Borean
Yeah.
shards.
green.
I
Green ones,
need
okay, I couldn't remember if it was green or
green.
Because we tried purple and it didn't work. That's all I remembered.
Yeah.
We need green Borean shards. You got any of those?
I think so. I think I have loads of those, actually.
Oh.
Sea Swab kind of like perks up, like, Hello, it's green warrior shards?
Yeah, and a bunch of other colors too.
Oh, fancy.
That was all stuff that I found before I became a queen.
Hey, Sonny, how you doing?
Hey guys. Sea Swab, Kozlo,
Hi, Sonny.
Bella. Where's Ezreal?
Hell!
Oh. Azrael went on a very important mission and won't be by for a little bit, Sonny. Sorry to tell you this way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they gotta kill a Fire Lord.
It's probably not a big deal.
Sonny scratches
Either
his
he's
head.
back in a year or he's dead.
Oh, well, I hope
Well,
we'll all
okay.
be here in a year, and we'll throw a big party when Azrael gets back.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
You see Grabella pat Sunny on the head.
Oh.
Right this way, your majesticness.
Everybody be nice. No violence in Kozlo's den.
You
Hey,
can-
Grumpus, you got anything, special on tap today? Or, made up?
Yeah, we ran out of that rum that we got from the inn across the way. Most of the people been
Yeah.
drinking that straight. And aside from that, we have completely sold out of the salted caramel stout that you brought back from the beach. However,
Uh-huh.
selling out of a lot of booze means he walks over to the till and gives it a good tap.
Well, here,
Music to my ears.
add 10 more to that.
She'll like put the gold on the counter.
And just have somebody bring us some, drinks and snacks to the back when you get time.
Yes, ma'am. By the way, I just want to let you know you had given me some money to hire a chef so we could accommodate the additional heads around the coronation. I'm happy to say that
Oh,
we definitely have another cook in the kitchen. Just on
Aye.
contract for a little bit while they're in Borealis, but these are the famous Kettle Blacks. Well, at least one of them. The other one's at Zeskob's Goblins.
oh, you sent somebody over, that's so good. Hi, Quickling, are you learning stuff?
Oh yeah, I'm learning a ton of stuff about seasonings that I've never even heard of. It turns out if you've never left Polaris, you don't really know about all the cool things other regions can provide. Not just Borealis, but Veronia, Seer, even Rimia.
Hello, sir, it is a pleasure to meet you.
Grabella puts out her very big hand.
And a pleasure to meet you. I'm Basil Kettleblack.
She's very gentle. She's afraid of like breaking his hand.
He's got a strong grip and calloused fingers that wrap around the handle of his chef's knife with a very keen grip. Grabella, you can make me a insight check on Basil.
I'm having to be all the brains today. That's not going to last for long.
At
You
least
look
judging-
very good at what you're doing.
Well, at least he's dressed for the job. Chef's hat, neat apron, and it looks clean and starched, while Grillnick is still wearing kind of smeared leathers in the grease from yesterday's meal, still spattered down the front.
You know, like, here.
She's going to give him 5 gold. I've been subtracting as I'm passing this money out.
Oh, wow, is this a bonus?
This is for you to go get, a nice outfit like your friend here has. And, for doing all the learning and stuff. And thank you, Basil, for letting us hire you. I'm sure we'll, love to have you back on occasion, but I know you're a busy person.
Absolutely. I've really enjoyed being here.
Yeah, we're a little more, relaxed, but we're trying to find some nice stuff.
Don't worry, your little friend here is in good hands.
Thank you.
He pats a Grillnick on the head. And what did I say about cleanliness is next to goblinness?
Cleanliness is next to goblinness.
We got a goblin for a cook chef. That's cool.
Corbella is going to tear at the money.
Oh, I'm gonna leave before I get to wow, look at the time. I'm going to the back.
Grabella, the urge to take all the money and shove it in your hoard is at the forefront of your mind as you see all the glittering coins that have been scattered in the the till of Kozlo's den. If Kozlo hadn't scooped him up already.
Yeah.
So Kozlo is scooping up some of it, but he's leaving a good chunk of it in there.
I just saw 500 gold, so Grabella
there was more in there before.
Okay.
But he's gonna ask Grumpus to A, make sure everyone's getting paid with what's in there, and B, try to find some nice, because it sounds like we're selling out of all the booze. So try to get a lead on some here, hold on, actually.
Try to get a lead on some more of the some more delicious beers and stuff. Brews for people to drink.
Why, Kozlo, you read my damn mind. Thank you for leaving that money, because I do need to pay some of the employees. But just to give you an idea, on a typical day, we might make anywhere from 50 to 100 gold, depending on the head count. And in just one day, with this coronation, we made over 500 gold. So, Lunestius definitely did us a solid. But with that, and a little bit of, Greece coins, there is definitely rumors going around about a certain famous booze smuggling captain who's making a quick stop in Maginox to offload a bunch of very fine booze. Though he's trying to avoid paying a lot of taxes on stuff, so he's trying to get the really good stuff in the side way. Maybe not let your future queen know that. That's coming directly out of her pocketbook, if you get my drift.
Perception check.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
No, you
What
can't hear
need
it.
to do to get a drink around here?
You can't hear it over the din. Grumpus is way too busy talking to Kozlo.
Yeah.
What's even going on in here? We left the politics of House Lunesti behind, and now we're just playing bar. I don't get it.
Sorry,
What's going on?
you're Islander. Sorry, you're Island.
Highness.
Yeah, that one. Just gonna take out a little business real quick. You guys can feel free to go back in the VIP room now. I'll be right there.
Here, Wangdoodle, right, let me show you around.
Kozlo,
Join you.
All right, follow me. I'll show you to the back.
I know
I need
you're
fragments to
a little bit of a
Wangdoodle, let's
smuggler yourself, but with your new allegiances, you will be taking money directly under the Lunesti's nose. But we can get potentially some really good stuff, tax-free, if we help out this admiral. But I'll leave that decision up to you. We can get by with what we've got, but
Don't we run the docks?
we still gotta pay taxes, Kozlo. Stuff coming in.
Right, but we gotta pay taxes on what gets put down in the books.
Yeah,
And we're the ones that decide what goes in the books.
yeah. We make
So it
sure
seems
everything
easy.
is going smoothly at the docks, but them Lunestis still come down and take their fair share from the books. You might want to talk to Dara a little bit more. She came in here all frothing at the mouth.
All right. Meantime, just, see what you can do with what's in there, yeah? We got this big bunch of money coming in, but we gotta use that to make even more money so it's not a one-time thing.
Aye.
All right, I'm gonna go hobnob with a queen, apparently.
Your Majesty, I would like to introduce you to my lovely girlfriend, Miss Charlindra.
Charlindra's laying on the presumably not plastic-covered couch. She's just staring up at the ceiling, looking half dead. Occasionally, she touches a scar over her heart, and then rolls her head aside to look at Rain. Hi.
Can we not get
Hi.
somebody to come look at you?
Pleasure to meet you, Charlindra.
I'll be honest, Grabella, I haven't moved very much. Everything hurts. My head hurts. My legs are
Kozlo
sore.
will lean over to Raid and just be like,
She's not doing too great ever since we killed her so we could resurrect her the other day.
Beg your pardon?
Kozlo refuses to clarify any further.
So remember when I told you I had to tell you more about what's going on, or was going on in Vicaris?
Vaguely. It's been a really busy day. I assume murder and resurrection are a part of that, though?
Miss Charlindra, do you mind if we tell Miss Rain?
No,
it's up to you.
I think out of all the people that should probably know, she should.
Oh wait, does this have something to do with the child throwing a tomato at my head?
Yeah, so,
okay, it's coming back to me now.
we kind of saved as many people as we could out of Vicaris, but, Lord, what's-his-face? Asshole McGee.
Grabella's being very
That could explain so many people that I know, Grabella.
What's his
You have
name,
no
Kozlo?
idea.
I can't remember.
Was it Novus? Something like that?
Yeah.
No, this
Who
means
has...
anything to Rain.
Make an
So
Arcana
he's-
check, Rain. Or you can do history, potentially. Yeah, you can do history with advantage.
I'll do that too, I guess. There you go. They're
Very,
both about the
very
same.
intelligent.
I mean, that's her bag.
Yeah.
You've read about this in one of your wizardly books, especially focusing on fire or magmancy, but Novus is a massive elemental locus. This essentially means he is an elemental that is as much a part of the plane as he is a being. He is a immobile figure that is a representation of the land around it. So Novus kind of lives halfway on the plane of fire, halfway in the material world, and is a very influential Fire Lord from the plane of fire. Novus is the patron deity or patron elemental lord of the the lava drow, the Vaki. And they've sworn allegiance to him ever since Vicaris went down and pleaded for Novus to save them from the undead invasion that was happening on Polaris way, very, very, very long ago. And Novus gifted Vicaris a elemental hammer that could wipe the undead off of the face of Polaris, obliterating them and ensuring they never come back. And you also know that Novus provides protections for his children, namely fire resistance, a certain amount of safety and access to the plane of fire. There's one other thing. Oh, and the ability to not be resurrected.
So, Novus was kind of the reason that the Vicaran were able to stay down where they were. But he had this power over them that was very not good. In fact, some of his dealings are why, there was a big attack down there. Sita and her people tried making deals with the people that were kind of in charge for a little while. We found out the king was being puppeted by a blood hag. Anyway, the main point of it all.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, who's Sita?
She's the one that's kind of in charge of the Earth, Genasi Earth people, the Duragard, and...
So like an underground civil war type of situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not good stuff. She's a heckin' jerk, and, but very pretty. Anyway, we found, her amongst the students trying to pull runes off of Charlindra here, who, turns out is the last living heir of the former king of Vicaris.
Hi, it's me. Surprise royalty.
Oh,
Probably a bastard child from... Because I don't know my parents. I don't know who my mom and dad are.
Grabella kind of puts her arm around Charlindra, comforting her.
Charlindra
sounds like a
is,
lot to wake up to.
Charlindra
Yeah.
is absolutely disassociating.
And we found a way to break the tie was for her to die. Obviously, we didn't want to do that because we all like Charlindra very much. But we also knew it was the only way to get the out of Vicaris, where, you know, the Fire Lord was still doing Fire Lord things and causing trouble. And, I'm not explaining this well, but
No, I think I got it. So you all murdered your girlfriend to sever some kind of blood tie of some kind that binds the entire people of Vicaris to being able to live in their chosen home, and brought her back through means I'm sure are entirely on the up and up. And now there's a bunch of refugee Vicarans in Maginox because they can no longer live in Vicaris.
yeah, that's the long and short of it. It's the best
Okay.
of all the terrible options that we had.
And for what it's worth, we did talk to Eris about it first, and he agreed. So it's not like, surprise, here's a bunch of displaced Vicarans.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, the thing you need to learn about Eris a little bit is Eris is very bad at communicating.
Well,
Kinda seems like it. I'm surprised you didn't know any of this.
I was also
yeah.
kind of the last one to know about the whole becoming a queen thing, to be clear.
Oh,
Fair.
No,
that's awkward.
yeah. hmm
Well,
He proposed to me, and then all of a sudden, like 4 months later, it's like, oh, by the way, that means you're gonna be queen. Because I'm gonna be king.
Details.
that seems important to have mentioned sooner than that, but I'm not here to judge. She's very young at it.
You know, he used to be the head of a thieves guild. He's very particular about his secrets still.
Kozlo immediately perks up.
Not the one we blew up, was it?
Oh, I don't know. What one did you blow up? You've blown up a thieves guild.
The one that was at the docks.
Yeah. The one
Oh,
that
there was a thieves guild at the
trafficking.
docks?
Yeah, they were trafficking people that had been displaced by the Hamaki stuff.
Oh, well, good thing you blew them all up then.
Yeah.
They kind of deserved it.
I'm sorry, did you say Hamakis? The Hamakis were in charge of the thieves guild.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they were in charge as much as they had, you know, all the people that got displaced were basically being sold into slavery.
No, those bat fuckers.
Oh. But
Kozlo seems very confused, as though he's now considering the logistics of this statement.
Really
But,
big
You gotta fuck a
bats.
bat, Kozlo.
Charlotte just kind of still recovering. I thought we would have sent for somebody. I'm gonna make sure all that happens. Okay.
Rain,
Did-
with your Arcana check, the thing that sticks out the most about Grabella's recollection of the events is that they resurrected Charlindra, and that's not common, nor is true resurrection even a thing in Arctis. Most of the residents but reborn just kind of happen at random and can come back with their soul, multiple souls, half a soul, no memory, some memory, with a body, without a body. But controlling what comes back, and especially being able to put the soul back in the body, is something you would think would only be accessible to, like, maybe the Umbrellans? But otherwise, that type of magic is very, very rare.
You say that, but that's also kind of the whole shtick of the Witchblades, just a different flavor. So
Different
Rain's gonna-
different region, though. Different region.
Sure.
The southern region might take resurrection differently, but that's also a big reason why humans, with your history checks, because you always make them with advantage, a big reason why humans were kicked out of Arctis is because they were essentially taking way more advantage to necromancy than they should have, and they started making like a fuckload of undead and doing a lot of like shady shit and resurrection. That was killing the planet.
Okay, so this is exceptionally strange for Arctis.
It is more common in the southern regions, but it is very strange for Arctis considering its outlook on necromancy because that's initially what started the slow is Tessipulcanus dropping a magical nuclear bomb on a massive city of necromancers.
So let me get this one sticking point. You said you resurrected Charlindra. Just to be clear, what that means. You killed her. She was dead, dead, not like mostly dead, like all dead.
Yeah, to sever the tie.
And you brought her back. As she is.
You remember the weird little goblin priestess that came to help at your ceremony?
No, I didn't come back as is, Charlindra interrupts. I came back with a raging headache. I definitely did not have this when I died.
Oh, sorry, I meant as is, as in as you are currently, which is clearly in a great deal of emotional, mental, and physical trauma.
All of these things, yeah, in that order.
But alive, yeah, it wasn't ideal.
But alive.
You remember our strange little goblin friend that, like, kissing you and stuff?
Yeah, I've seen one of her sermons. The very odd one.
Roxy!
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
She kind of runs the church of, you've heard... Well, she's in charge, yes, because,
she's got a belief. Charlindra touches Grimbella's arm.
She's a powerful warlock or something, or
she's
or
probably working on
necromancer?
it, but no, you've heard everybody mention our friend Asriel that left to go fight literally the Lord they were talking about.
Okay, sure. Wait, is that the dark glowering one when you all came to House Sunesti that one time talking about liches or whatnot?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
He's the one that can do that. It's not well advertised for most obvious reasons.
Oh.
A reborn that can resurrect, but that is not a part of House Umbrellas is interesting, right?
We, really, I mean, at least Azrael only does it for people that he feels like deserves it, or like a special case like what happened with Miss Charlindra. It's not like he's going around willy-nilly going, and you get to come back. You get to come back, you know? It's a extenuated situations.
Well, it's fairly significant magical feat. I would assume that is not something easy to do.
Rain, make me a quick Arcana check.
Yeah, he always requires a diamond.
Grimella has no idea about what it takes to do.
Rain don't know about resurrection specifically.
Rain, just generally, if magic is behaving erratically, your mind usually just wanders to the slow. Like, this must be a side effect of the slow. Like, being able to resurrect people, there might be a thinness or maybe a hole between the planes that hasn't been plugged, so to speak. Just like what your mana flow is currently doing with the rift between the Moon Sage's sanctum and wherever that dragon came from.
No, this actually kind of makes sense now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more.
But, Roxy's very passionate about what Azrael could do, and... Yeah, it's complicated, but...
Alright, well... I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with any of that information, but thank you for telling me.
Your now husband and offered to put the Vaki in the old Hamaki house, and, potentially rebuilding the Thieves Guild area for...
Rain, your your mind quickly goes back to House Hamaki and the Vaki, and you do remember while you were raiding House Hamaki that you actually saw Vaki there having dinner with the Hamaki.
Well, that is fascinating. I think they will get along famously. They were having a party last time, actually. I was in House Hamaki with a few of their delegates.
They were meeting for reasons. You don't know what reasons. You chased them out and or fireballed them.
No, narrator. That's not exactly what happened.
Go back to the tape.
We murdered a giant demon in the middle of the ballroom, and they just excised themselves for their own safety. Thank you very much, narrator.
Thank you for clearing that up, my player.
That is both interesting and kind of concerning at the same time.
It is actually, I suppose, possible that Akashpa did carbonize a couple. Well, no, they're Vakarans. They wouldn't have been carbonized by his fire. It's fine. It was definitely Hamaki drow that were murdered.
Definitely killed Hamaki.
Definitely Hamaki. Yeah, no, okay. Well, I'm sure they will get along famously at the House of Horrors, known as House Hamaki.
Yeah, so basically, essentially, all the there's the ability to tolerate fire have to come here.
Okay, well, that makes a lot of sense, and I am sure Eris will do everything in his power to make sure whoever wants to come to Maginox is well taken care of, because that is what we are doing.
And who Charlindra is kind of, well, just you guys, you and your husband and us know about it. And some people that are now dead, except for Sita, who's been sent to a different plane.
Well, forgive me for saying, but it doesn't sound like, Charlindra, you're, at this point, much of anything if you choose not to be, right? Your tie there has been severed, and you're free to choose what you would like to be and who you would like to be known as. So, as far as I am concerned, and I'm sure as far as Eris is concerned, that's your decision.
The only leader concern is she's the only one that could have access to the Obliteratus. Not that she would do anything, but that someone might try to do stuff to her about it. So as
I'm
much
gonna be
as...
honest with you, I don't really know what that is either.
Oh, it's the big hammer that could kill.
It's like a sacred Vaki weapon. It's what Vakaris wielded to defend all of the Vaki that were escaping the overground to come underground to avoid all of the undead during, darker times.
Oh. So it's
long Vaki history.
An undead murdering hammer or something.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly it obliterates the soul, kind of like the name suggests. So there's a treaty between Maginox and Vakaris, at the very least, and because the people of Maginox, we learned this in school. Let me say this. I learned this in the Obsidian Halls. It's probably the last time I'll get to say this. But in history class, we learned this.
Okay, Charlindra. Yeah, please.
Go
ahead.
Sorry, my head is killing me.
Kozlo returns from having collected a couple of bottles of whatever was available in some glasses.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, please.
But that's been kind of... Oh, and yeah, the first reason we went down there to get the Obliteratus. The Blatterata.
Which is what my brain wanted to say.
But yeah, so Vakaris had this hammer, and as you know, we tell in Vaki history, he nobly defended all of the elves that came underground to escape the undead, and smote them with the Obliteratus, and anything that it touched, its soul was incinerated completely with the power of the plane of fire, and would never come back, would never be re-resurrected. So things that would lose limbs and still be able to move, even these things would be instantly killed by the Obliteratus. But it affected living things just like a normal hammer. But it was just very dangerous to things that were touched by death.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that can stay right wherever the fuck it is.
So
yeah,
that's
we
the
were
thing.
Originally going after it because of our.
Oh, it sounds like a
lich-
terrible idea for a whole bunch of reasons.
Well, it was the only solution to our lich problem.
Oh, there are so many other solutions to a lich problem. But sure.
Well,
Suppose it was
I mean,
one
Technically, we
profit
found
solution.
a solution to it. We just
yeah.
ignored it forever.
That's precisely what you do with a lich. If it's not causing problems, you leave it alone because it's a stupid fucking wizard to become a lich in the first place.
I mean, yeah, we kind of know where one of her phylacteras are, but we ain't.
Wait, just to be clear, you actually found someone. A
Yeah.
wizard, powerful enough to turn themselves into a lich, but stupid enough to fucking go through with it? Like, honestly, like you're not just pulling my leg?
Yeah, Duke Talus had a hold of her. That's actually kind of how I met all these guys.
I don't even know
Narcissus
who that
Soulblight?
is.
Name ring a bell?
Does Narcissus Soulblight ring a bell? I guess, you
I'll
know
make-
what? Lucaris might know.
Yeah. Make me a history check with advantage.
Lena was the one who was kind of guiding us through all that.
Like,
Am I-
you probably, since we called direct attention to it before, you probably see that like the scale lights up a little bit on Raiden's shoulder when she's like, "Who the fuck is that? Wait a minute."
Ah, so she's drawing
Uh,
knowledge from it.
in-
Interesting.
In the Moon Sage's sanctum, while you were reading books, you had discovered that at one point Narcissa and Vicaris were lovers. But Vicaris went underground and abandoned, essentially, Narcissa's tribe of elves to the undead. And Narcissa had to pursue darker means to protect her people, while Vicaris pledged his fealty to a powerful elemental lord. Narcissa did not do such a thing, and for history's sake, mostly disappeared. It is presumed that she practiced dark and forbidden magics to keep her and her people alive, but ultimately, they all succumbed to the undead.
Basically, everybody's avoiding becoming like me.
Oh, you know what? I thought that was a sultry romance novel that I was skimming, actually. That's a real person.
Yeah, her skull is technically right now in the fireblade with,
Oh.
Azrael, but I don't know if we should introduce you to her. That seems to...
No. There's not very much I'm going to learn from a lich. Thank you, though. She can stay wherever the fuck you have her sealed. That's fine.
Yeah, we
In
have
a
a...
mirror in a cave!
Yeah.
Perfect. I can think of no place better. I have a mirror that can trap souls as well.
Oh,
Yeah, Rain, that's familiar magic. That's where the bad people go.
Yeah.
In mirrors.
In mirrors.
Just to be clear, though, this is a one-way mirror. She can't get out, right?
I
Can't go wreaking
know.
havoc. Oh,
We
yeah.
went in
perfect.
once, but then we killed a blood hag and then we left.
Oh. So, yeah.
I-
Seems
I have
fine.
a book that can trap souls.
I lost my face for
Oh.
a while.
Oh dear. There's so much trauma. A book that traps souls.
Grabella gets her little dragon mouth.
Kaza had me covered for a while.
Oh,
So
that's
we
a
can-
very beautiful mask.
Thank you!
Yeah. I guess you've noticed the whole dragon thing.
Yeah.
I ate a dragon heart
Wangdoodle, this is deeply disturbing.
on a
Oh,
dare.
you did a sick.
Probably.
Kozlo, I'm gonna need like 3 more bottles just for me. This is a little
Yeah, this is how your
Um,
mom became a dragon, by eating a dragon heart, but kobolds and dragons are closer. Grabella is a reborn.
Yeah, an Earth Genasi reborn.
The implications of this are like making your head hurt.
Can I go like 1 week without someone in my immediate vicinity becoming a dragon by eating a heart? Like, can I 1 week, please?
You know, Wangdoodle, I may be the one responsible for that. We kind of gave Sick the heart that she ate. Probably ate.
good.
You said you ate it. Maybe that's what Sick did. I thought she was going to do something nefarious with it, but I didn't really.
Kozlo, Azrael, and a man named Tugum dared me to eat it, so I did.
Sounds like a great reason to eat a dead dragon's heart. Did you kill the dragon at least?
Well,
No.
it was a dragon that had, in Vicaris's past, unfortunately rampaged all over the city. And
Yeah.
by the time it was slain and taken for parts, the heart was preserved by the Vaki for quite some time. And then it was lost. And we discovered that kobolds came and stole it.
Well, the dragon
Yeah.
we killed was a white dragon that was trying to kill a prismatic dragon. So we protected the prismatic dragon who was trying to protect Borealis from the slow and was thus weak and susceptible to the white dragon killing her and taking her territory.
Grabella relaxes a little hearing this.
Actually, the prismatic dragon is still quite sick and is actually something I would like to talk to you all about.
Wangdoodle, you are
You mean
keenly
our power
aware of
system.
this. Yeah, Prismata,
You
the
mean our
battery.
power system. The power system.
The what?
The power system in the ship.
No, that's Lucaris.
Yeah, he is a dragonborn. He is the ascendant that got paused mid-ascension.
How about let's take a step back. This is a lovely story, but I feel like I need to just unload on all of you briefly.
Try
Go
to
for
Even
it.
Wangdoodle, I don't think you really know the full extent of what we're doing here.
Should you be unloading on us in this room? Because we got other rooms for that.
I did know. I assumed you had other rooms for that particular, but no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about unloading information.
Doodle grabs a bottle, goes back to his seat,
So-
and starts drinking straight from the bottle.
What do you all, not you Wangdoodle, know about the slow?
Did we ever actually make the connection that the weird flamethrowers were the slow?
You did. You did definitely. You're an artificer. You think that shit that's crazy. Who does that? You want to do that?
Yeah, who does that?
C-Swab and Grabella would require a Arcana check with a pretty high DC.
I mean, Kozlo would just start explaining at this point.
Sure.
Anyway. Like,
Oh yeah, go nuts. Charlindra also knows what the slow is.
So Kozlo, I guess, would just be like,
We came across a bunch of those weird dwarf things. The ones that talk but didn't look like they should be able to. They were really weird. I didn't like them. I think one of them turned into a fart or something. Anyway.
I genuinely have no idea what you're talking about, but that sounds very slow-like, yes.
They had these like flamethrower things, but it was like this blue fire. They were spraying it all over at the Obsidian Halls.
That sounds like slow to me.
Oh.
So somebody's weaponized it. That's lovely. I'm gonna need a whole bottle. Give me that.
Don't act like a stranger about it.
Rangers grabs an entire bottle of wine or something.
Wangdoodle, you deploy your artillery, which, Kozlo, you can immediately see the power sources glowing with a subtle blue light.
Kozlo would
Kozlo,
just immediately begin investigating this from every possible direction.
I wouldn't stand in front of the muzzle. I really wouldn't.
Do I look like someone that doesn't stand in front of explosion devices?
Do you want me to answer that before or after I finish the bottle?
Kozlo just goes back to looking at it closely.
Sorry,
Arctis,
somebody.
save me from fucking artificers. Why is it always artificers? Why am I always surrounded by them?
Sorry, my cat decided that my computer needed to be off.
Oh
no.
Kozlo will also get his flamethrower out.
And then I pull out my gun.
Look, mine's bigger.
Wangdoodle, make me an Arcana check real quick.
Perfect.
Oh my god, plus 10.
His cannon is very clean, like it's been cleaned with fire or a flamethrower. There's not a speck of dust on it. You swear you see some movement on it, something that's not gear or magic related, but Aside from that, the cannon is extremely well lubricated and moves even faster than yours.
Bigger, faster, and more lubricated than yours.
All right, boys, put your cannons away, please. I'm sure you have rooms for that as well.
I was just going to show it's like, don't pretend like you haven't heard of that before. And Wangdoodle has a small puff of fire come from his flamethrower, pointed up and away from anything that could possibly catch.
No! Drion's rug!
It's fine, just warming it up. It's a little cold in here.
I did hope that you might be the only one who had cracked that, though, and it sounds like that's not the case, Wangdoodle.
Well, that's definitely different sort of spray than what comes out of mine. Mine's just got the zoomies.
And it just starts running around the room at like twice the normal speed.
His cannon is also significantly quieter than yours, just because it is highly lubricated by some mysterious black substance. Yours makes a significant amount of noise.
You gotta stop saying lubricated.
Never.
Gotta.
Lubricated!
Do you like bathe this thing in grease? Like, what the heck is on this thing?
No, I found some weird goop and I don't know, I just felt like it should go in this. And it did.
Did you try it for anything else?
No, I only had a little bit. It was something that this blood hag was messing around with in the jail place.
Wangdoodle, make me an Arcana check one more time. So you get a good look at it. Oh,
She was the one that was getting all the Earth Genasi sick, which is where a lot of the problem started.
You kneel down and peer at Kozlo's perfectly clean and lubricated flamethrower. And the gears are greased up, but the grease is moving. It clearly has a life of its own. Small tendrils of it kind of snake over the gears and then get in and then kind of grease it up from the inside. And then it is very visibly moving, almost like a mold colony. As you look at it more and you give it a good sniff, give it a good look, it has the consistency of like oil, something that is pulled from the earth directly in like large pockets that artificers commonly use to tinker with gears and clockwork. But you've never seen oil that is alive.
Sorry, just had a flashback to a story that doesn't involve Wangdoodle.
Oh.
So, you've never analyzed this? You've never tested it for anything else? Do you mind if I grab a sample?
If you can get a little bit off of it, sure. I used what I had to make this thing go extra zoomy.
I mean, the thing's covered in it, and it's bigger than me.
I actually just don't know how much is meant to be in the thing because it was a while ago that we did
So you only had a small vial of it, so I'm gonna give you about 4 ounces is in that flamethrower. At most.
Like a quarter Pepsi can.
I'm sorry. About how much?
like a quarter Pepsi can.
Yeah, like a quarter of a Pepsi can.
Thank you. Are we just going to keep all measurements to American this section?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what happens here.
It's like the bottom part of an RC cola.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, I'm going to need a second after RC cola.
God. I don't know how that still technically exists.
It's like
When we
the
were in
sloshing
Kentucky-
on the bottom of a Fanta.
Oh my god.
When we were in Kentucky, they still serve Big Red.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
Big Red RC Cola is bigger in the South than it is anywhere. It's still up there.
Wangdoodle is going to take out a scalpel and scrape off half a burritos amount of this oily substance.
Okay.
Say half a burrito?
Half
think
a Frito.
You have a Frito.
Oh, Frito.
Yeah. All right, you get approximately 2 Doritos worth of slime, oil off of the flamethrower and scrape it into another equally small vial. The oil is visibly moving and agitated as you scrape it off the metal piece and put it into the sterile environment. And you can see it has small pseudopods that poke around of the little glass container you have it in, and they slam up against it almost violently.
I'd be real careful with that. I'm pretty sure I saw it eat a guy.
Have you seen this multiply at all?
Not in that, but there was a lot of it that blood hag had.
Yeah, she was infecting the Earth Genasi, we believe, and was starting in on the Vakarans. Which is why Cedar got mad that nobody did anything about it, even though I kept telling literally everyone.
Okay, but did it show any features of like entropy or like potential?
I don't know what that
accelerated
means.
Did it make things grow? Did it make things stop growing? Did it make things decay? Decay faster? Decay slower?
It mostly made things die, I think.
Yeah, they were kind of under control for a while and then would die. We fought a giant.
What was it? A fire salamander?
It was like a lava worm, huge lava worm.
We fought a giant lava worm that was infected with it. It was, I believe that's where he got that.
Oh yeah, and there was all those like bodies of the various Vakaran gods and stuff that they kept exploding into a bunch of worms and that shit.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I put it in my flamethrower.
It's a pretty clean flamethrower, that's for sure.
Wangdoodle, make me a medicine check. Well, from what they're telling you, especially if it breaks into worms, it might just be sentient, and it does seem to have a preference in who it infects. So, presumably, this is some sort of parasitic being. It just has scientific properties. But if it's parasitic and it is aware, then it has the potential to be controlled.
So did you ever think about putting any of this in like a grenade or something?
Thought about it, but when it was spraying everywhere, it was more of a hassle than anything else.
Well, I mean, I guess...
Like, if it gets on you, you're in trouble. Not like a regular bomb, which would just burn you a bit.
Well, that's fine. I don't do normal. Normal's boring. Okay, so we'll figure out what we can do with this. But yeah, anyway,
the
weaponize and slow. See, it's it's a good thing that we're doing this thing because we're not alone with it.
So again, is that all you know of the slow? The weaponization properties that these dwarves that weren't dwarves that talked that didn't look like they were supposed to be able to talk and turned into farts had?
I think Kozlo I'm trying to remember if Kozlo had a little bit of a background on that from an Arcana check at some point or not. I don't really remember maybe Kozlo forgot because I forgot.
I believe all Kozlo knew about the slow is that it was dangerous and it had anti-magic properties.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Fucks with magic, that's about it. That's all I know, at least.
Then I'm going to tell you a little story about the slow and what it's doing here. And we'll go from there. So, from what we've been able to ascertain, for starters, the slow is not only anti-magical, it actually seeks out, eats, and destroys magic. It actually has infected this entire continent along its ley lines. Specifically, we know that it has gotten as far south as Borealis at this point, and certainly has some effects here in Polaris and also in Aurelia. Beyond that, we have not necessarily ascertained exactly where else it could be, but we are given to understand that it emerged from the incident of Tessipal Canis' ascension, I believe.
That's correct.
If you don't know, Tessipal Canis was a great archmage of many, many years ago, blah, blah, blah. Holed up in a place called Isir, which, if I'm given to understand, your friend Narcissa would have been quite familiar with. Actually, might have been a contemporary, now that I think about it. They were fighting some humans who were really into necromancy, blah, blah, blah. Tessa got mad because they were encroaching on her library, unleashed something called a volcanic lava, which is what we now know as the Slow. Some great big blue lava that burned away all the humans and may or may not have resulted in some version of the Reborn. Eventually. We actually have one of them. His name's Frank. He's a skeleton now, but he's a really good dude on our ship. You should meet him, talk to him sometime. Anyway, I'm getting away from myself. So, what has happened since then is the Slow, rather slowly, as its name seems to indicate, infiltrated all of the ley lines of Arctis and has been slowly infecting it, somewhat like a virus. However, it has been assisted along the way by certain individuals, either willingly, or knowingly rather, using it for the properties that it possesses, or unwittingly for the power it gave them, as Rain kind of eyes Wangdoodle a little bit. In Borealis, this resulted in the complete infection of the ley lines powering the geothermic rift that powers and keeps Borealis, temperate and people don't die to exposure. It was being driven by some orc tribes that were looking to summon some dark lord or something through one of the confluxes in the ley lines. What came through was a rather large, but not terribly large, demonic dog of some kind. No Dark Lord. So it didn't quite work.
So I'm not very smart about the stuff you guys are smart about. I'm okay at talking to people and hitting things. Do you think the Earth Genasi have started using the Slow because it's slowing down that weird goof?
I suspect the two could be related. They could also just be opportunistic. They've identified a power that their enemies can't resist, or that is particularly effective against their enemies. I'm given to understand that Vakarans are rather adept at magic. Can think of no better way to combat them with anti-magic.
Yeah, that's also true.
Charlindra nods.
They killed quite a few of the students, which is why the ones that are left are kind of worried about having a school to go to at all.
And even then, we've been subject to various sabotages, even an airborne sort of hallucinogen that caused the students to go a little crazy.
Oh yeah, there was a whole elemental of that at one point that we had to kill.
A drug elemental?
Yes.
Fascinating.
Go ahead, Charlindra.
No, it's just... You're right, Rain. The Vaki are really, really good at magic. In fact, because of Novus and the powerful ley lines that he's channeled directly into Vakaris, like, commanding magma and lava is just a part of our lives. People go to the obsidian halls to learn how to channel and harness the powers that Novus had given to us.
And you saw no evidence of the Slow prior to this attack? I mean, if I'm given to understand there's a locus of ley lines, apparently, in and around Vakaris, that's what Novus kind of is. I would expect the slow to have reached him by now in some capacity. And you had no evidence of this?
I only saw something strange while Sita was trying to break the runes that were given to me by the Blood Hag, those awful protective runes. But anyway, I saw something, like Novus burning the ley lines, but not the ones that were going into Vicaris, just the ones that extended out to Magmara. Those were the ones infected by the slow.
Ah,
And he
there's
just
something.
let it happen.
So perhaps. So let me talk a little bit about some of the side effects that we've seen. So some of the side effects that we've seen people utilize the slow for are just purely as a weapon of destruction or anti-magic. Other things we've seen people use it for is it also breaks down the veil, the barriers between our sphere and others. You've had some issues with demon summoning, particularly in Maginox, as a result of certain individuals tampering with powers they don't fully understand and giving demons access to our world. Perhaps one of the things that Novus is responsible for is he actually cut off Vicaris's ley lines and prevented the slow itself from infecting your lands. And in so doing, left the Magmarans to drown in it.
That would make a lot of sense.
So the other thing that we are aware of, Bonsai is unfortunately not here, but the entire race of the Arborians, of which Bonsai, as far as we know, is the last living one, dedicated themselves and their lives to trying to cleanse the slow within the ley lines. It is apparently their job to cleanse the land. And in so doing, the slow actually petrified them.
Jesus.
Bonsai only exists as a rather complex thing that I'm not really fully aware of how, but he was sort of resurrected, I guess you could say, by perhaps Arctis itself. From the death of another friend of ours named Saethius, who was actually killed by Victoria Vicatus here in Maginox during her own ritual of trying to summon the demon dragon Queen Tiamat into our world.
Monka? Grabella, Grabella, you can make me a history check with advantage. C-Swab, you can definitely make me an Arcana or history check, whatever is better. Wangdoodle, you can make it with advantage. Kozlo, you can just make it normally.
I was gonna say, I could also do knowledge from
history
past
or
life,
Arcana.
yes?
Yeah.
Which I don't remember what it is. Does that give me like a bonus, or is it just a whole
you
So,
separate
like,
thing?
am I slow?
You roll like an extra d4 on your check, basically, I think.
Can't.
Oh, knowledge from past life, you just roll a d6 and
It's
add
a
it.
d6.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a d6 to any skill check.
What was the original roll?
History for you with advantage.
History. Advantage.
Oh
my god.
Oh no! A 3.
Well, let's see. I mean, not much. A 6 is not going to help that one.
Grabella, the name Tiamat is something that sends shivers down your spine, but only because it is whispered as a great evil. It is as, far away from being a real dragon. It's more of a fairy tale. It is supposed to be the ultimate evil.
I had that dream with her, though, correct?
You did.
So, repeat that last part about Tiamat one more time. You said someone was trying to summon her?
Oh, this won't be the last time I mentioned Tiamat, Grabella, but yes, Victoria Vicatus, the previous, I don't want to say ruler of Maginox, but one of, the chief house responsible for the murder and destruction of Eris's house and family, was specifically responsible for trying to pull Tiamat into our world through her own portal, utilizing energies of the slow and blood magic. And as a result, also turned herself into a dragon. Now that I think about it, there's a lot of people turning themselves into dragons. Once, twice, kind of a coincidence. 3 times seems like a pattern. That might be something to track down.
Well, I could just tell you she's recruiting.
Oh, well, that's not very surprising when I get to the rest of my tale. What makes you say that, though?
She asked me to join her or not.
Oh.
Yeah. And I picked my friends.
Oh. Well.
So I don't know if she's gonna be real happy with me about that.
Oh, that's fine. I told her to fuck off to her face, so I don't think she's gonna be happy with most of us.
But if there's a lot of people becoming dragons, that might be good to see if they're recruited or not, I guess.
I'm gonna go get several more bottles.
Yeah, please.
Crabella takes something from the table and starts drinking it,
Well.
but she's also canoodling Charlindra, so she relaxes a little. Charlindra's
So-
just got her head in your lap and she's relaxing.
Grumpus, I'm taking this whole keg. I need it.
Oh. now that look on your face, go ahead, boss.
So anyway, Tiamat, we did stop her from coming across. We interrupted the ritual. Victoria turned herself into a giant dragon. We murdered the shit out of Victoria. Brought down the whole house around her. There's a lot else there, but I won't go into that as it is not directly related to the story of the Slow. But suffice it to say, there was a lot of entities in Maginox who were utilizing it for such purposes. Including House Styx, also now dead, and House Hamaki, who is mostly dead, although we did spare Laryl, who was the head of House Hamaki, because she was possessed by a demon, blah, 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 whatever, it's not important. She's no longer possessed by a demon.
Kozlo, can you stand somewhere else? I see you and C-Swap on the same square. I keep thinking you're not in the room because I see you. Yeah, he's literally where you just went back to on my screen anyway.
You should reload.
At the table for me.
Yeah, you might need to reload.
Dear. Okay, I'll be back.
That's concerning.
Yes, Tiamat is kind of somewhat central to the Slow, as it turns out. You remember me mentioning the prismatic dragon that we tried to help in Borealis?
Yeah.
So she has set herself specifically to trying to, similarly to the Arboreans, cleanse the Slow from the ley lines itself. And in so doing has grown desperately ill. Her name is Prismata.
Oh.
She actually lives in Borealis now in Wangdoodle's mentor's workshop, and is one of the individuals we're specifically trying to help or save. If we can deal with the Slow and either cleanse it or reroute it or divert it or whatever we need to do, hopefully in so doing we can save her, perhaps save the Arboreans, and certainly save this entire continent. That is kind of ultimately our aim. But what is the Slow exactly? Well, it turns out, if certain history books are to be believed, that it was not just Tessa Pulcanis unleashing some catastrophic thing. Arctis itself is a giant cosmic fucking dragon.
Oh.
Yeah. And I don't mean it in the, like, allegory sense, apparently.
No, you mean literally.
Yeah, we're literally on the back of a giant fucking dragon. I'm not from Arctis originally, I'm from the south. There are Archfey old enough to remember when Arctis just kind of showed up out of nowhere, the continent. So he's not always been here. Well, it turns out that he might be one of a handful of children of Tiamat herself. And for reasons unknown to me, certainly some kind of debilitating trauma, Tiamat seems hell-bent on wanting to devour all of her children.
Yeah, I got some vibes that she was,
Bitey?
Well, I mean, yeah, and holy crap. Has anybody tried talking to the dragon?
Arctis?
Yeah.
Well, that is kind of where we're going, as a matter of fact. But first, what we have been able to ascertain about the Slow is that the incident, the volcanic incident with Tessa, where she ascended, was apparently coincided with, in some capacity, some grievous wound that Tiamat dealt to Arctis himself. She was subsequently thwarted for a time, but the Slow seems to be some kind of an infection or venom of some kind, delivered through that blow, delivered through Tessa's magic, that has now infected all of Arctis, and thus threatens our entire sphere. That's originally what I came to ascertain when I came up here. Well, that, and I was also fucking exiled. But that is where we sit now. That is what we know of the Slow. The idea, Grabella, was actually a rather ingenious one of talking with Arctis, the dragon. Turns out, Arctis spends a lot of his time fucking sleeping underground. Very useful. And has decided, in his infinite wisdom, that the only thing he needs to do to protect himself is to, every so many generations, ascend some paragon of power of a mortal race, and they ascend and they become some new cosmic defender in his pantheon of cosmic defenders. Well, as part of, remember I told you the shamans, or the orcs from Borealis, who tried to summon the Dark Lord, ended up with a little demon dog.
Slightly following, but keep going.
No, sure. Rain is like really excited now.
Yeah.
Yeah. This like Rain doesn't get to just talk to anybody about the Slow because somebody will be able to hear about it. Well, that was right before the ascension ceremony of this generation's ascendant. His name was Lakaris Winterheart, Dragonborn. Actually, the person who gifted me this, and she taps the scale on her arm.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, but it's been on my mind.
It turns out that the orcs were not the only ones in Borealis, or perhaps they weren't working alone. The ascension ceremony was interrupted by a flock of demons ripping through the rift. No doubt because the veil was adequately thin because of the Slow, that they could poke a hole right through and invade. While we fought off most of them, Lakaris willfully, I believe, sealed himself inside of a giant crystal with the head demon after it died and tried to latch its soul onto Lakaris to ascend with him. So currently Arctis is without its current ascendant up there and is a little bit exposed.
Oh. Well, that's a lot of information.
Grabella takes a swing of the drink.
I mean, we got some stuff at the docks to check on, but I don't know what other stuff we had going.
So, would you like to come talk to a dragon and possibly save the world? Rain takes a drink of wine straight from the bottle.
I mean, I definitely want to talk to the dragon, and saving the world sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
I like the world. It's got my bar in it.
Yeah.
That's a good reason.
And, I mean, I'm in.
Rain glances kind of from everyone in turn. C-Swap?
I mean, might as well save the world.
Wangdoodle, you were kind of already in this for other reasons, but now that you've heard the full story, you still want to go through with it.
Wangdoodle sloshes the bottle away from his mouth. Listen, I'm still contracted into this. I haven't solved my problem yet. So, yeah, I'm going. What? I already got one dragon mad at me. He points at Grabella's like, you think I want a second one?
Oh, I won't get mad at you. I think you're cool and you're a very cute little kobold. Would this be an awkward time for me to tell you I have a horde and a whole lot of kobolds?
Look, it's at this point I just accept this stuff is just happening. Okay.
Okay. Well, Rain, if you ever want to see my horde, we might not be able to tell Eris about it, but it's there.
Oh, don't worry, all the kobolds over there also know your mom.
Yeah, your mom.
Surprised.
Your mom accidentally stole him for a little while, but she gave him back.
If I know anything about my mother, there's nothing accidental about anything she does, okay? It's just not. But until I know how to solve this whole slow problem, I'm kind of stuck doing this thing.
Wangdoodle's mom has got it going on.
She is pretty dang cool. The first time she showed up, I went, oh my god, how do I get to keep this one? And then it turned out she was a dragon, so that was awkward. Anyway,
yeah, she's so cool.
I have a trash shaman.
You're sitting there, she's like, oh, she's
forgot
so
about
cool. She doesn't yell at you about trying to make your life better and then kicking you out of the house. Alright?
Grabella comes over and gives Wangdoodle a big hug.
Wangdoodle, you feel possibly a little uncomfortable as you sense Grabella's strong draconic presence kind of tickle something in the back of your primordial kobold brain. You sense dragon and you suddenly feel very small.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
That's enough. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh, okay. I just making sure you're all right.
She pats you on the head and she goes back to her.
That's totally fine. Wangdoodle goes back to finishing the bottle.
He doesn't even notice the head pat. It's fine.
The dragon stuff is still complicated and hard for me to... I just got the wings. It's been a whole lot. That's a whole other story. Sounds like we got a lot of stories swap between us, but yeah. Oh, Sea-Swab has a baby dragon he can summon. I think it's made of magic, though.
Choppy.
Choppy!
Choppy is not a baby dragon.
What?
Choppy is an essence of pure elements.
Right. It's not as big as Sik, though. I love Choppy. He's the best.
I don't know if I'm okay with everyone comparing everything to my mom. It just feels out of place.
She's freaking huge.
C-Swap's just thinking of how, like, nobody around him can just handle their alcohol. Like, he kind of, like, misses going back on a ship where sailors can actually drink and not turn into, like, emotional wrecks.
Wangdoodle's got mommy issues.
Or Wangdoodle.
It's not his fault. Everyone's there like, damn, your mama huge.
And she's got pie and...
How many Wangdoodles can you fit in one Sik?
Look, I was down to befriend Sik when I thought she was just a kobold, but Tugrum needed a ride out of there, so...
Yeah, then she's not a kobold anymore, and all of a sudden you're not interested.
No, she's amazing. We're besties.
Well, Wangdoodle, that's very suspicious. You've never known your mother to have friends.
Yeah, where's those other bottles? Where'd they go?
There's a whole barrel on the table.
Wangdoodle,
I think you've had enough.
You are gonna have to remember all of this tomorrow, please.
I'll remember enough to do my job, okay? How do I fill up this bottle?
I do want to make one thing clear for everyone. I don't want anyone feeling obligated to go. I want you to want to go. I want people who are motivated to actually deal with the shit that we have to deal with. I've already seen good friends die to this. Well, okay, maybe not good friends, but like acquaintances.
It's still rough. Oh, we have a lot of random animal companions too. Some of them.
I gotta say, so far all this adventuring stuff's been real good for business.
Yeah. But, we got some random creatures around too, though. We promised Azrael we would not get any of them hurted.
Yeah, where is Meatball anyway?
Hopefully wearing his collar.
Meatball is with Roxy at the church. Meatball is guarding Roxy until Azrael comes home.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, we got some stuff we can help with. I have a kobold that makes potions, too, for when we go out.
Well, where we're going, I don't really know what we're going to find on the other side, so I would definitely recommend coming as prepared for anything as you can. Remember I mentioned Tessa Canis and her ice library. That's where she hurled the slow from originally.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that ice library isn't just a repository of arcane knowledge. It is literally the consolidated memories of Arctis himself.
Oh, shit.
When we go there, we are supposedly allowed to... Actually, Eris's mom was the guardian to the gateway to the ice library. But supposedly when we go there, we will have the opportunity to ask one question. I do not know if that is a question per group or per person. Don't know that yet. So I would like everyone to be on the same page that the first question we ask is how to stop the slow. So that there are no over-eager individuals asking a whole bunch of 20 questions and the whole thing was for naught.
No, that seems important.
Otherwise, once we're there, I assume that there will be access to some various knowledge of various types, and certainly historical, perhaps arcane.
The artificers, I'm not sure how either of you feel, but the access to a massive repository of magical knowledge would make any wizard slaver.
I mean, I was already in, but now I'm extra in.
We will be entering the ice library through a painting.
Oh.
I went through a mirror once. Painting's not much different other than a mirror that doesn't move.
Speaking of which, if we did get our own question, then probably ask about my mom. Narcissa claims to have her, but we don't know if she's telling the truth or not.
Oh. Well, you left that bit out earlier.
Well, her soul, anyway, because, she's one of those people that's like, oh, don't be reborn, just be nothing, which seems so useful.
Well, I will promise you all that if we each get a question, my question can be the one about the slow. I will permit you all to ask your own.
But yeah.
See, stop kind of side eyes like, permit us? We're helping you, bro.
To be clear, I'm saying that I will use my question for the one that we need for the group so that you are able to ask whatever you would like, C-Swab.
No, C-Swab just lifted an eyebrow. He didn't actually say anything.
Oh, well.
I mean, still, good clarification.
Yeah, I mean, if that question needs asking more important than something else, we can figure it out. But that sounds... Yeah, I mean, a lot of what we going on here in Arctis is running itself these days. The kobolds are pretty much just chilling and digging holes, taking care of the pigs. And definitely nothing illegal. Oh, Wangdoodle, are you alright?
He's just a little sloshed.
What is going on?
I thought they were bubbles, but it's like a bubble shield.
It's amazing. I would like to think
artificer things.
somehow he's just
you give it back. I'm working with that.
you just make it so he's like burping bubbles, but they stick to him for some weird
I was like, I
artificer
gotta
reason.
have some bubbles here.
Yeah.
He's making bubble constellations using the energy in his propulsion suit.
And, Wangdoodle, just in the interest of putting the cards on the table, I will do my best not to influence you away from your mom or anything. Will say if something happens, it's because I'm still getting used to being a full dragon. I don't, you are really cool, though.
Gravella's just super awkward, but trying to be nice about it.
I guess I got two questions for you.
Okay. Shoot.
Question A.
Okay.
Are you gonna stop me from working and finding a way to use the slow?
Oh, heck no.
Definitely, maybe.
I'm glad you're not. Glad you're not a dragon. Okay, question C.
Right. See.
Even Gravella's like, holy shit.
Ooh, are you talking to me?
Wait, what?
Wangdoodle points at the barrel of rum in the middle of the table. It nods.
All right, listen, we got some business we can. He just falls over.
I guess we'll have to find out what that second question is another time.
Well, in the interest of being prepared for our excursion to the ice library, you mentioned you could use some of these. Wayne puts down 4 good-sized green borean shards.
How many of those scorpion things do we have? It was like 3.
There's
right?
3 down there, so that could power all of them. And you'd
So-
still have 1 left over.
The Boreas shards would go to all the clockwork things we had. I know there were some spiders, but I think they're doing other things. There's the, thing you saw in front of Kozlo's. That would power 2 more of those? And I feel like they were snakes or something.
Well,
But that could be useful. And there's a whole army, but that's all Asriel's.
I mean,
Oh, is that seed swap? Did you
no,
cut out?
having a giant clockwork scorpion could be good.
I was just saying, the spiders were making cloth. I could always use some more cloth.
These guys are thinking
just
commerce.
do with as you wish. Preferably anything that would be useful to us on a dungeoneering excursion into an unknown library that has been sealed for, I don't know, hundreds of years, perhaps 1,000. Anything like that would be very helpful. But
Yeah, we can get the scorpions up and running. That'll get us to 4 of them, and then I'm sure we got other things we could do. Oh, you know, make more cloth.
Side business. We have a lot of those.
we have other resources on the Audacity, our airship, if there are particular needs that you have. There's also quite a bit of gold that if you need to supply with things like potions or whatever, let me know. But we need to leave soon.
Maybe don't talk so much about the gold, but that is good to know.
Gravella is sweating.
But this, yeah. I mean, we got Kaz downstairs that makes the potions, but yeah, we could get more. I know Kozlo and Baby Wangdoodle can make stuff too if we get a bunch of supplies, but I'm not gonna ask him right now. He's asleep.
Rain, make me an Arcana or a Medicine check, please. Just due to Grabella's discomfort when you start talking about riches and gold, she's definitely experiencing some very acute forms of draconic greed-itis. Whatever dragon that she is manifesting, presumably red, because her wings that she had created were red wings. Red dragons are notoriously greedy and loot-driven, and it seems like she's got a little bit of those greedy tendencies when you start talking about riches, and it makes her visibly uneasy.
Rain is making a mental note for the formerly Flix's room in the Dreaming Tower for Grabella for decor options.
She has mentioned that she has a horde and she's working on controlling her dragon power, so she's like aware, but...
Actually, you know what? Flix's room is the biggest one, too.
It is.
I have a little pile I could go roll around in from time to time.
Oh.
But, don't show me anything that you might not want me to either roll around in or not have control of myself over, at least money-wise.
Duly
Or
noted.
shinies.
I don't really keep my gold in a hoard, though, so...
Yeah.
Maybe you can just invoice me for anything that you need.
I will leave that to Sea Swab, so I do not get tempted.
Great. Obviously within reason, not endless resources, but certainly anything like supplies, potions, those things. And like I said, I have a stash of other magical items that perhaps could be of use back on the Audacity, if anybody wants to take a look through those.
Oh. That's kind of those things in Sea Swap too. If it's elemental anyway.
I have a sentient sword.
Oh.
I use swords.
Side-chan?
I have a...
I don't know what that means.
I have a shield that can electrocute people.
Oh, well that's fascinating.
And a sword that can scare people.
And I can turn into a chair.
Wait, what?
C-Swab looks at Grabella like, you've seen me do it before.
I don't remember that. So much weird shit has happened.
C-Swab's just annoyed at how he's surrounded by drunk idiots at this point.
Cabella's not drunk, she's just stupid.
God, so much weird crap has happened that I forgot about that.
I have it in here somewhere.
How I became a chair.
Oh,
Yeah.
and Kozlo, I think he needs glasses.
She whispers not so quietly. Oh, right.
Ah, yes. The great sordid novel.
That Kozlo picked up from Duke Talus just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
It's never...
And we still, this is from like session 1.
It's really, yeah. Well, I think that was when they took me to go get there.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Kozlo has a hat that he can make himself look like things if he knows what they look like. We're working on the latter part.
I can turn you into a giant lizard.
Oh.
Grabella actually looks slightly excited about this.
Like a
Big pointy
dragon?
teeth. I haven't cracked a dragon yet, but I'm very close. Actually, I
Oh.
could turn you into a true dragon eventually, probably, Grabella.
Oh.
If that was something you wanted, of course.
I mean, it'd be cool to get big like Zick, but no, only if I can turn back though. I don't know, we'll talk.
Like I said, I'm still working on it.
Yeah. Kozlo, show her your hat.
Kozlo will put on his hat and just try to make himself look like the first thing that comes to mind, which at the moment is the giant hobgoblin ladies that he saw earlier that he still has been thinking about.
We didn't check the bar to see if they're here, man. We forgot.
Oh my goodness. God damn it, Kozlo.
Hey, how you doing?
So,
Oh,
you
but
know.
you still sound like you. Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, it's a hat, not a voice changer.
So C-Swab's gonna like, I guys want to see a magic trick? Hold on. So
That's
C-Swab's
what
gonna,
C-Swab
come-
does. Yeah,
come
yeah,
behind.
yeah. Show up.
And then C-Swab's gonna voice the goblin females from what he remembers from what they sounded like. AKA Christina, you're gonna have to say stuff in the goblin voices that you made.
Oh my god! What is this, Kozlo's den? Wow, this is the best place in Maginox.
So, you know, as long as they're
There you
together, we got it
There you go.
covered.
For a moment, I thought you were gonna turn into a chair and ask me to sit on you.
That is totally where I was seeing where that was going as well. But he did something that totally caught me off guard that I was like, I forgot what goblin females sound like.
No, because C-Swab isn't dumb enough to let actual Kozlo sit on him, even though he looks like a goblin
Hot
female.
lady.
So, you know,
Kozlo
that's
will blow C-Swab a kiss and then take the hat off.
definitely not been useful before.
She kind of winks at Rain.
Oh. Well, on that note, I think I am about ready to retire for the evening. If anybody would like to return to the Audacity, I'm happy to take you there. I will be taking Wangdoodle, so he has a place to sleep. And perhaps tomorrow we can set off for the Ice Library?
I will meet you tomorrow. I want to stay with Charlindra tonight and then make sure she's getting taken care of.
No, I can get up. I've been on this couch for a solid day. I can just move real slow and we can get to this Audacity. Besides, how many times do you get to see an airship?
Oh, you want to come? Okay.
I mean, I would have liked to have,
Oh, don't lift
Grimmella's
me.
too drunk.
Okay.
Okay,
Humps are like
I,
noodles.
If only they were actually noodles.
And I would put them in my mouth.
Repellent and Charlindra are like every drunk girl on the strip who takes their shoes off and are stumbling through the city.
Yeah.
Oh
Here, let me
God.
try one more. Let me try one more time. Come here.
They're baby deering.
God, what's with my shitty strength checks today?
You're
Oh,
drunk.
Amazing.
Honey, you're
It's
drunk.
so simple. It's so easy.
It's honestly, it's fine. You can just kind of like roll into the circle when I make it. One moment.
I don't know what this booze is, but
Kozlo,
it very much works.
C-Swab's gonna do another shot and be like, you guys really need to like handle your liquor better. It's kind of pathetic.
Oh, I haven't.
We get table. It's fine. We get
What?
table. We put my.
I would like to say, C-Swab be like, although at one point I do need to swing by the docks. With the coronation, there's probably been an influx. We might be able to procure some extra supplies, depending on
Hell
who's been
yeah.
here lately.
Well, that sounds like business for tomorrow.
Wahoo.
Like I said, sometime tomorrow we'll meet up and we will go to the Ice Library. For now, let's continue this party where the alcohol is endless.
Whoa,
It's pretty
what?
close to endless here, but okay.
But also there are noodles and
I
cake
mean-
and anything else you could possibly want.
Oh
At
my
this point,
god.
there needs to be an end to alcohol for some people.
Yeah, Wangdoodle, we need to get you some noodles.
Rain will draw out her teleportation circle and we'll do it underneath and around like Wangdoodle's like crumpled form, so will get zapped into it and not actually have to move.
Great.
Listen, I may not know where up is, but I can still move.
There's like a little kobold like traced outline, like a dead
Whoa.
body outline in the circle.
This is just flying all the time? Holy crap.
It is. You remember the ascended Lacaris that I mentioned sealed himself in a crystal to stop a demon from ascending or whatever?
Yeah.
Yep, he powers the ship as a crystal.
Is-
He's a big
Grimella,
battery.
there's a massive dragon skull on the front of the ship as a decoration.
Yeah. She's still slightly uncomfortable about it, but
He was apparently some asshole black dragon who killed a whole bunch of people, and his skull got used later as a decoration and then a trap.
Have you encountered a lot of airships before?
Grabella is gonna scoop up Charlindra.
Who are you asking, C-Swab?
I mean, are there a lot of airships in general? I haven't really seen one of these before.
There's a few. This is our second, actually. The first one we upgraded from.
C-Swab's gonna make a note of, like, air docks for airships, as opposed to water docks for water ships.
There is an air dock in Maginox. It's just on the other side of town.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the other side of town?
Yeah.
I had found out that my dragon didn't get a choice in attacking Vicaris. It kind of was influenced or messed with.
Oh, that's a terrible tragedy.
Yeah. Especially being as I have its thoughts.
Wait, see, Swab, you're not gonna get sick on this like a regular boat, are you?
Oh dear.
Um,
You'd think not.
I'm gonna let
because it does not list up and down, and it's a very smooth ride. Plus, when you get in, you're actually not even on the material plane anymore.
Well,
you will
don't give
not
away
get
the-
airsick.
Don't give it away.
One sec.
Rain comes up and parts the curtain. Right, here we go. Everybody in.
That was a good question, though, because I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Maybe we can get C-Swab his own airship.
Hell yeah.
Whoa. This
Welcome.
place is huge.
It's very large. Welcome to the Dreaming Tower.
It's smaller on the outside.
It is. Thanks for noticing. There are several floors, actually.
Yes.
If anybody is interested in rolling around in riches or other things, that's downstairs. Also various sundry, like the kitchens are down there. Yeah.
If you get close to the windows, you can look outside, but you're a little too far, and the windows are currently shut.
I am gonna resist not rolling around in money. Let's get some noodles.
Some noodles, great. Think about what kind of noodles you want. Think really hard about it, how you want them to taste, flavorings, additives.
What do you think of Charlindra? What kind of noodles do you want?
Kozlo yells as he looks out the window. Kozlo, you see an endless expanse of purple galaxy. The cosmos rolls around you. Stars filter past your vision. You are not on the material plane anymore.
What's the matter, Kozlo?
Yeah, you might want to take a look at that.
C-Swab does the double take of let me turn around. I didn't see that.
Oh.
It's real.
Damn, this place is crazy.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mention, we are in the Dreaming. Well, a version of the Dreaming. A personal little pocket of the Dreaming.
Wait, so this is all in your imagination?
Sort of. Not really, you're in my imagination, I guess.
So what happens if you have a mental breakdown?
If I have a mental breakdown? It's so funny. So the last person who came in here had that same question. I'm not sure. Probably not good things, so maybe don't push it.
Easily done. I don't know. Some, spaghetti with meat sauce sounds really good right now.
Oh, it does sound really
Over
good.
your shoulder, just floating down in front of you, as if a waiter was setting it down in front of you from behind, is a plate of spaghetti and meat sauce.
Oh my gosh!
But this has to be just imaginary spaghetti. Right? It's not
Grabella
real.
feeds it to Charlindra without even thinking.
Oh,
you guys are real
that's
close.
so good.
They did this literally the first time they met.
She
not the
starts
first time.
lewdly licking the sauce off of Grabella's fingers.
Not the first time. The first time, you know what? Never mind.
Grabella gets embarrassed.
None of this is safe for
right.
for work.
You don't sauce each other on the first date. Come on.
Yeah,
Wangdoodle,
no.
let's get you to bed. Come on now.
It was the second date at
I
least.
haven't done any experiments in like 5 weeks.
If you go the direction of the
Oh my
the
gosh.
arrows, you will actually go upstairs.
Are these just rooms?
These are general crew rooms, actually.
Oh.
I have some larger rooms upstairs, though, if you would like to partake in those. Grun. Well,
Hello.
Grun, this is everybody. Everybody, this is Grun.
One second.
Oh.
I lost Charlindra. She's coming.
It's fine.
Grun is our navigator here on the Audacity.
Grun waves
Good with
and
maps.
greets you all.
Also good
Hello,
at flying
everyone.
around on giant owls.
That sounds cool.
Grun blends in with the environment so much I couldn't see him anymore. Grun
Damn,
is
Grun got hot.
Grun is a handsome orc. You found him in the strip club, guys. Remember?
That's true. That's
he got
true.
here via his looks. He's actually just such an abnormally handsome orc with smooth, long hair and chiseled features that it's kind of off-putting. Most of the orcs that you've seen have seemed very brutish and not very attractive.
Hello.
Grun is looking over a few maps and nods to everyone politely before returning his attention back to the maps.
All right, next floor, everyone.
Oh, does it matter what? Oh, okay. Whoa. What is this?
In
This
the
is the
spa in the
spa
center
room.
of the room, there is a water elemental splashing about. He's very hard to see, and you can only see him as he crests up out of the center of the spa in the center of the room. Hello!
Oh, please have a look.
I am Ool, the pool elemental.
That's cool as heck.
Did you say Ool the pool elemental?
Yes.
It's Ool without a P. Please keep it that way.
God damn it.
That's right. No P in me.
It's actually his joke. I didn't want him to introduce himself without telling it.
Wait, your hot tub talks to you?
Hello?
We're
Oh,
talking
yeah.
to him right now.
Hello. Would you like some respite in my warm and frothy waters?
Kind of, but I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna take me a little getting used to.
Why could
you
be
have to
heated to
use
the
the word
perfect
frothy?
temperature. If you like a hot bath or a cool soak, I can accommodate.
Charlindra will love this. She wanted to make
God, what was it like?
a hot springs.
Charlindra.
Interestingly enough, actually, that's kind of where we found Ool.
Oh, check
listen
this out,
here.
Charlindra.
Water elemental. I'm Ool. And
No P in the ool.
please keep it that way. Oh, and you can be
I'm-
hot or cold?
Yeah.
That's right. I love him.
Oh, forgive my manners. Also, Shar and Morris. Shar is actually our quartermaster here on the Audacity. Anything you
Hello.
need, please feel free to reach out to her. And Morris over there is our engine specialist, also an artificer.
Oh, goodness. We're just printing them out these days.
Morris,
said, I'm
Morris is
surrounded.
a human, so he's probably the first human you have ever seen.
Didn't we briefly see dead humans at Duke Talus's place?
I don't remember. Kind of, I guess. I think they were all different things, though.
I don't remember if they were specifically human.
I
Yeah.
don't remember either. It was a long time ago. Either way,
Oh my god, what is it?
What? Huh? Oh, hey, Rain, hey. Wow, that's a lot of people that I don't know. Hello.
Hi, I'm Gabella.
That's Queen Rain to you, Morris.
Right,
What's wrong
right.
with his ears?
I'm just fucking with you, Morris. It's fine.
Hello, little guy. I'm Morris, Arclight. I'm from Xavia. I'm here on a scholarship.
Oh my god, it knows words!
Yeah, it's a person.
Wait, really?
Yes.
I am here to help solve the problem of the slow, but namely the control the energy fluctuations that are coming off of the massive prismatic Borean shard that currently powers this airship.
Oh my god, there's a lizard!
Sorry,
Indeed.
Kozlo. It's the ADHDs.
The slipperlisk is belly up in the water and is happily floating along. You can see its tail twitching, so it is definitely alive. It's just enjoying Ool's waters.
But I assumed he was a person because he's a nerd like you.
Kozlo has already lost all interest and is more interested in the tiny lizard.
It's nice to meet you, Char and Boris.
It's nice to meet you, Grabella. Welcome to the Audacity. If you need anything aboard the ship, well, you could tell Rain first, but if you need some physical goods that will come with you to the actual real world, let me know.
Oh, so the free never-ending pasta thing isn't just a here thing. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, the never-ending pasta and meatballs is specifically for this franchise only.
Okay, got it.
No, there are no doggy bags.
Yeah, can't take it to go.
Damn it.
And you
We've
could
got
try.
a meatball that's kind of a doggy bag.
Oh, let's not talk about it.
All right, up here.
Nice to meet you!
Kozlo says to the lizard as he leaves.
Oh.
Kozlo, the lizard, as you are like sitting next to it and getting excited, it turns a kind of vibrant shade of pink before returning to its normal purplish color.
I went up the stairs and I think I ended up in the wrong spot.
Yeah, I think
Oh
you're
yeah,
in
you got shunted.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did get
you are
shunted.
off
Oh yeah,
screen.
because people are here. I'm
Okay.
sorry,
Many people.
Kozlo.
Here, I'll move. I'll move.
No, where did he go?
Oh god!
I'm
Oh
sorry.
god, these stairs are so weird!
There's too many people crowding the stairs.
Oh my god, you have a giant flower thing too.
So that's actually Bonsai's room.
Oh,
So,
okay.
maybe don't. Yeah, that's probably a little bit off. Let's actually just shut that.
Is-
I
You
So
should take
don't
them
want anything to do with that.
we don't want anybody getting eaten. This room is currently vacant. It was Drion and previously a good friend of Koshiba's room. If somebody wanted to take that room.
Dibs.
Well, actually,
Kozlo would know
Cabela,
Drion, right?
Oh.
I thought you could have this room here, which is weirdly locked. Nothing should be locked in my tower. I told Flix not to lock his doors.
Oh.
More
A
luck.
little bit larger, more spacious. I don't want
Oh.
to presume, but I feel like you might need more space.
What are these?
Oh, the previous... I haven't had time to redecorate. I apologize. The previous occupant was Flix.
And,
I feel like you may have heard about him and Madame
Oh.
Ravensblood's proclivities.
That's a rack.
Charlindra, are you into, I mean, we can get rid of it. There's also a tub, though.
Hey, what was that? I couldn't hear you.
There's a whip here. There's
Oh.
definitely some chains here.
Oh, the dreaming is a
But-
sex dungeon.
But it's got a tub and
Oh,
lots
sex tub.
of... Right, we'll take it.
Lovely. Glad if you have notes about redecorating, you can let me know later. It
Wait.
Is
just-
that a rack? Wow.
Yeah, why don't you relax for now, Charlotte, and get some rest, okay?
Yeah, I'll just post myself up in this rack here. Oh,
Well, I was thinking in the bed with some pasta and I'll be back soon.
So, Kozlo, Seaswab, or Wangdoodle, I don't know if you've even claimed a room yet, Wangdoodle, but that room is available. The other rooms that are the largest are downstairs, if anybody wants any of those. This is my private quarters on not quite the top floor, but there's room if anybody wants to lounge in here as well.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Grabella, don't probably go near the chest at the.
Right, I'm gonna go right back out here. Oh goodness. Oh, look,
Grabella,
downstairs.
make me a wisdom save. Wangdoodle found the shitter.
He did. He found the pooper. Is he gonna pick that room to sleep in?
Just gotta clean up a little bit.
Grabella, there was a shining amount of gold in there. It must be their hoard. The Dragon Slayer's hoard. That should belong to you, Grabella.
Oh my god, I'm just gonna. Kozlo! Help!
What?
I'm having trouble resisting the gold.
If I'm being completely honest, it's already been pilfered by Flix.
I don't want to take from anybody.
Oh, don't worry. I know exactly how much gold is in there, so if you take anything from it, I will find you.
Wangdoodle, how you doing?
Oh my god. Oh wait, is this the cool stuff that you have too?
Yeah, like I said, it's already been pilfered by Flix right before he departed, but there are some things in there that are perhaps intriguing. Weirdly enough, the sentient sword is not in there.
Thonking.
I mean, it never really had like an item, I don't think, made for it because it got transferred from our old hoard. But
Grabella is immediately inspecting this armor. I don't remember
which one.
Kozlo, seeing that amount of gold, by the way, also is now resisting the urge to just fill his pocket.
The had a Mamite chainmail. I can't remember. I think I still have better, but well.
There's also some more Borean shards in here. Well, there's one Borean shard in here because again, Flix kind of cleaned me out and then disappeared. What an asshole!
Do you
Well,
think?
there really isn't like any gold left in there at all, is there? I can take the rest of that off your hands for you. You know, you want someplace safer to keep it so that this Flix, whoever it is, doesn't come steal it.
I
Hey,
think I'm fine.
Kozlo.
Thanks, though.
This chainmail, could you put my spikes on this?
Kozlo will take a look.
Because if I'm reading my stats correctly, my base armor is just a 10, or is it like I'm trying to?
Well, that's your base, but you're wearing armor. You're wearing the Mizium spiked armor, so your armor class is 14.
14,
And
so
then
this would still
plus
be an
your-
upgrade.
Yeah, let me take a look at the other one you're looking at. So, don't.
Because the sapphire buckler is what adds.
You're looking at the adamantine chainmail.
Yes. But Grabella doesn't want to.
That is heavy armor. It is better. It's armor class 16. You have to have a 13 strength to wear it. So.
Are barbarians able to wear heavy armor?
Let me look
Yes.
at it, Grabella.
I'm pretty
You
sure.
can wear. Hold on, I need to find.
Oh no,
your-
it says light and medium.
You cannot
You're
wear that. That is heavy armor.
Dang it.
All right. There's one more floor I will show you. This is my private laboratory.
Wait, up?
Yep, up one more.
Up the stairs. There you go.
But where's my mirror?
Hmm?
I don't know. The mirror should have been here, wasn't it? Didn't we put the mirror up here?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Wow, this is fancy.
There's this mirror.
So did you just, like, imagine all this stuff inside, or is it, like, fixed some way? I'm not really good with magic.
I mean, a great deal of imagination, yes. Some things in here are real, though. Not
Gotcha.
everything.
Right, like the whips and the chains. Yeah.
No, those aren't real, but I imagine they feel real. I don't know. I haven't used them personally.
Good to know.
Great, that's the grand tour. Like I said, storage, kitchens, things like that are below the main floor. So there is also weirdly enough, there is a decoy horde down there. If anybody wanted to get snoopy and try to steal things. But it's all fake. It would just disappear when you left. But I'm sure it feels great to roll around in.
Oh, Grabella's got something like that too, except it's more like... Yeah,
we have a mimic.
Oh.
Azrael really like collecting different kinds of creatures as friends. We also have a murder otter. That's the best way to describe it. I wouldn't ask further questions. And Meatball that we keep referring to is a large dog that is definitely not made of different kinds of human parts.
That's a weird thing to say he's definitely not made of, but I will take your word for it because I don't want to know the alternative.
I make him wear a collar so he doesn't look like that. He's a very sweet dog otherwise.
Oh. Great.
Yeah. We adopted him where we found our kobold that's not alive. Hey, Wangdoodle, have you ever seen a vampire kobold before?
Okay.
I'll ask him tomorrow.
One of those?
Spa time?
Yeah.
Wangdoodle, you wanna come get in the tub?
Yeah, let's go get you in the tub, buddy.
Let's go get you in the tub.
I need to do my research.
No,
Yeah.
come on, Wangdoodle.
You're
We can
not even
do
in the
more
right
research.
room.
Research tomorrow.
You come in from this way.
Oh god.
Listen, the soul can fix her own I think. I mean it.
Wangdoodle's just in a hazy drunk bubble.
Wait, did he say Feronia?
I'm like 4 experiments away. But I bet you bring magic to Feronia.
We know a guy from there.
We also have some copper bars from there.
Yeah, that's where that mummy guy's from.
Grabella is going to think about more noodles with a little bit of meaty sauce and think of a fork and give Wangdoodle some noodle.
Wangdoodle points his left hand towards Kozlo, the index finger pointed out right. This is a Feronia guy. He used to do this all the time.
Oh.
He activates the gauntlet and then immediately looks to the other side of the room. And then if I remember where this button is, I swear I'm going to push it.
Oh.
All right, hold on.
Whoa.
Let me start with targeting someone. There we go.
What?
There, that was
Whoa!
Do it again! Do it again!
And then if it wasn't a good spot, I'd just go zip zap zip out. And then he goes out that way.
Yeah!
You two together are definitely gonna be trouble.
And then I say you're safe, and then I say okay, boom boom time, and I forgot to measure correctly, and he was technically safe, but not really safe.
Horace is like, I've got shit to do.
He
Yeah, he's
creeps
like-
out into another room while seeing just how fucking shit-faced
Horace, you
Wangdoodle is.
get back
He
here!
wants nothing to do with drunk Wangdoodle.
Yeah,
No!
buddy.
That's the maintenance on the cannon.
Here
No!
comes the airplane.
Grabella's gonna shove noodles in his mouth.
We do have one other artificer actually on board. Her name is Esther T. Tinkerwing, and is actually the architect of this ship.
Oh, yeah, yes, Esther's, this is Shar speaking. Esther is in town currently. She went to go see the coronation. I just came back a little sooner, but I think she's out shopping.
Great. Well, good for her. She needs some R&R.
I agree. But why is, well, our little Wangdoodle, why are you so drunk?
The question isn't why. The question is why not.
Eat some more noodles, buddy. Here you go.
Oh. Did you celebrate a little too hard?
We had to talk about politics.
Oh, that must be dreadful. And I know
He had to
she.
talk about his mom.
Yeah, he's got the
Oh,
mommy issues.
I'm so sorry, Wangdoodle. I know bringing that up brings you great stress, and I don't know why your friends would keep doing that. She gives Rain a look.
Ray gives her a look back like it wasn't fucking me.
She's
With the
really
noodles
cool,
finally
though.
cleared. Everyone and their
Damn,
mother knows
Priscilla.
my mother.
Don't worry, Wangdoodle. You're here on the Audacity, and everybody here loves and respects you.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm fine with everyone wanting to be best friends with my mom and overlook it. What? He seems visibly confused at the idea of being emotionally supported in any manner.
It's okay, Wangdoodle. You come in for a hug. I don't care if there's a few noodles on your face or if you stink of rum.
Okay, stranger danger, stranger danger.
Oh, wait, dude, give the pretty lady a hug.
Oh.
Not in public. I never work in public.
Kozlo will like walk up to him and like clap a hand on his shoulder and just be like,
Don't
Wangdoodle,
worry,
you look,
you
there are
got
3
this, buddy.
goblins behind you, Wangdoodle.
He is now driven slightly more into a drunken panic, not sure what to do.
You're gonna be just great, Bang Boozle.
You know, that's the closest to anyone almost getting my name right that I can remember currently. Thank you.
Kozlo just seems proud of himself.
Oh, God.
Anytime, buddy.
Hey, you wanna throw some slow bombs off the side of the ship?
Don't do that. Under no circumstances should you do that.
Let's go do exactly that.
Wangdoodle,
Okay,
if you
great,
break
let's
my
go.
ship, I will break your face.
They're going off the sides of the ship, not the ship itself.
The ship that is held aloft by magic, you are going to drop and detonate magical bombs near it.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is gonna be a problem we're gonna have to deal with.
Gravella just looks at Rain and sees Swap.
Look, when it comes to science, you gotta try things even if it sounds stupid. That's why it's called science.
Save
you know
me
what?
from artificers.
They don't want us to drop. You know, let's use the cannons. Let's see how far they go before they explode.
In
I
fact,
would
it's
even-
actually a way better idea to drop them out the window in the dreaming.
It's fine.
No,
It's-
the
it's
windows
fine.
don't open in the dreaming. Thank you very much.
Not yet.
Oh, don't give
Wait.
them ideas.
Wait a minute. Wait, Kozlo.
Yeah.
I want you to think of a window that can open. Picture it real hard.
Oh dear. Kozlo starts thinking really hard about a window that can open, but it definitely is more like it's less like a window and more like a sphincter, just kind of
Oh my
open.
god. Are we
I thought about the window that Kozlo got thrown through in the obsidian halls from the wild magic roll.
yeah.
But a
Hey,
wall.
look, I think I did it.
This is very much like
Kozlo, we can put your hat on, and we can turn into Stick, and we can dance around Wangdoodle and just go nightmare, 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 nightmare.
Oh, don't do that.
Jesus. Also, you imagine a window. You see out into the depths of the dreaming space, and little motes of thought continue passing by.
I did it. I think.
You know, if you die in the dreaming, you die in real life.
You know, that's
Oh.
true. Little known fact.
I mean, that sounds correct.
How dreadful. Are you saying if I have a bad enough dream, I could perish?
No. Not
mean-
like you're giving a thesis in your underpants. Like, not like that.
Oh, because I've had a lot of those.
Hey, Wangdoodle.
Yeah?
Come take a look at this. This magical artifact I have.
I also find pieces in my underpants sometimes. Oh wait, no, you said. Never mind.
Yeah, just take a good hard look at this for me real quick, Wangdoodle.
Okay.
Tell me what you see.
Wangdoodle, do you peer into the mirror?
Well, I was instructed by my contract to do so.
You see yourself. Rain, what do you do?
I mean, he looks at it, right?
Yeah. It is a large mirror. It is a 4-foot tall mirror. It's about 50 pounds. And the surface shows faint images of creatures.
Well, there's nothing inside of it right now, but DC 15 charisma saving throw.
Okie dokie.
You succeed. Wangdoodle, you look terrible. The bag's under your eyes. You've been definitely stressing about your mom. Your mom. Everybody's talking about your mom. Well, what about Wangdoodle? What about... It's always about the dragons and never about the kobold. About time somebody respected you. Made a name for yourself.
You know, you're right. I need to go back to the workshop. I've ignored my work too long.
Well, it wasn't
I've
exactly
gotta-
the desired effect, but it actually might have been better.
You sure you don't want a nap first?
He stumbles down the stairs.
Oh dear.
Semi-gracefully.
Ray picks up her big, tall, full-length floor mirror and just puts it right back in a bag that does not look like it's big enough to hold it.
That is impressive.
Which part? And thank you.
Yes.
Respect my magic around here. It's
No, is it?
refreshing.
The mirror is cool, but then also, like, where did it go?
Oh, in this bag where I keep all of my stuff.
Oh, I've always wondered whether those I carry around too much stuff.
This tower's, well, part of Rain's creation, a little bit a part of Esther's ingenuity, and a lot of bit a part of one Lucaris Winterheart at the center of it all. His tumultuous relationship with the demon inside that crystal that they're trapped in is ultimately the power source fueling this ship.
No.
And even at the cost of
another
all
thing.
of this splendor, we do need to get Lucaris out of there as soon as possible. We don't want this ship being powered by demonic energy if Lucaris happens to fall.
Also, we just want our friend Lucaris back. But yes, also that.
Corbella will nod. At the very least, this should be a safe place for you and your friends and Charlindra. Well, at least until the slow catches up to the dreaming. And cross your fingers it's not happening anytime soon and we go tumbling into the ether.
Honestly, a whole lot of people are going to suddenly die in their sleep if that happens, so I think there'll be some warning.
True. But you should all be safe here, and you can come and go as you please.
Thank you.
Of course.
I was very excited about working together, but this is easy.
Well, welcome to the Audacity. Enjoy this night on it, because it is going to probably be our last for a while, because where we're going, we can't take the ship with us.
No, dang it.
But I could
That's
always bring us back here, if necessary, in a pinch.
You are fascinating.
Carmela just smiles.
Me?
Yeah, I've never seen anybody that could do such magics, I guess.
Well, this is what happens when you study Arcana and not toys. Rain glances towards Wangdoodle and Morris, and then side-eyes Kozlo.
Well, now we have both.
At least take this opportunity, everyone, to make sure that you're ready for your next steps. Rest up, get a good night's sleep, eat well, have a soak in the ool.
And tomorrow, we shop.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, sounds good.
All right. I think that is where I will pause it. Where did Wangdoodle go, by the way? Oh, did he go to
He went
bed?
to his workshop. or did he go to bed?
I see he is in a bedroom. Wangdoodle. You have any parting thoughts, though, drunk kobold, as the room spins around you?
There's a lot of thoughts, but the brain moves fast and the mouth moves slow.
Well, at least you're back on the Audacity, and you managed to shut the window from the endlessly scrolling space, is making your stomach turn and your head spin. But at least it's quiet in here, and the sound of perpetual fireworks going off in Maginox does not exist here. And there's some peace from everybody always constantly talking about your mother.
Wangdoodle will, before he gets double vision and eventually loses consciousness, scribbles out a schematic and writes down "remember vial" before collapsing onto the bed and falling asleep.
Smart.
The tiny bit of living black oil that is in that vial seems much more domesticated, much more placid than it was when you first extracted it from Kozlo's gun. It's almost just like oil sloshing about with the occasional bubble in it that comes up from nowhere. There's no pseudopods straining against the glass anymore. It's lost a significant amount of power. And that's the last thing you see before you pass out. It's just the little bubbling oil in the vial. Blorp, blorp, blorping at you. Meanwhile, Charlindra slips into Ool with a sigh and soaks her nearly new resurrected bones. You all learn a little bit about each other's stories and the priorities to go from here. You have access to something called the Great Ice Library, the repository of Arctis's knowledge. And you've learned a lot about Arctis's history and relationship with Tiamat, and even the origin of the Slow. But whether you're weaponizing it or trying to keep out the problem that brought about the Slow in the first place, seems like everybody here is connected in some way or another. Next week, we will have lots to do. And I can't wait. So thank you all for the game today. Appreciate you all being here. And I do believe, Kozlo, you are going to continue streaming after this?
Yeah.
All right, so I will throw it back to you, but I wanted to tell everybody first, good game. Thank you for playing with me today. Honestly, got a lot done. And it seems like Maginox, the Maginox docks in the Maginox port might be a good place to go as well.
Mm-hmm. We are owed one trip to the docks.
It's true. All right, everybody.
Pyramid, apparently, if you need to plug in some batteries.
Real.
Yeah, you've got a bunch of Borean shards now that you can activate in your scampering scorpions that can spew poison.
I don't like this rain guy stuff and not kicking it down the road to do other side stuff.
But there is still the problem of all of the Vaki pouring in from underground. We'll deal with that next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Rain's a pusher. Rain's not a follower like Azrael.
No, that's fine.
All right, everybody, you are free from my clutches. Thank you all for playing, and I will see you next week. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right,
Thanks,
hard out
y'all.
at 9. Woo! All right, thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Good night.
All right, stream. That is it for Arctis today. Whoa. Thanks for watching. Finally, the two teams, Kamos and Ascended, they get to share common ground, share their knowledge, and figure out exactly where the slow is coming from. It's relatively new for the Kamos crew, but the Ascended crew have been dealing with it for a long time. Wherever they decide to go from here, whether they're balancing Grabella's raging greed that's manifesting as she grows more powerful as a dragon, or the perpetual comments about Wangdoodle's mom, who has weaseled her way into the hearts of all. I'm very interested in seeing where everything goes from here, but that's in my players' hands. Thanks for watching. We play on Mondays, and you can catch all of our VODs over on YouTube at ArctisDD. You can watch our shorts and our funny moments over on Twitter and TikTok at Play Arctis. Give us a follow. We're a small channel. We're still growing. If you like the show, you like the session, join our community. And I'm Zarina. Hey. Thanks for watching. And thanks for the host from Devo. He is continuing his streamathon, so we are going to throw it back over to him. I wanted to say hello to chat. Thank you, everybody in chat, for hanging out today. Nukiyashi 2020. Hey, Bree Baby. Etc. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Spencer, hey, how's it going? Seeing all the familiar faces, thanks for watching. We're going to throw all this love back over to Devo as he continues his streamathon. That doesn't end. 100%. I'm just going to take a quick peek, see if he's started everything up. He has. All right, let's throw it over to him. Thanks for watching, guys. Excuse me. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I hope to see you next time, and go enjoy a Devo Streamathon.